Peaches. The time is 7:01 on this Friday. We made it to the end of the week. At first, I didn't see an end in sight.
No light in that tunnel,
There was no light at the end of the tunnel.
That's when you see a light and you find out it's a train coming at you.
It is. Oh, my goodness. It's been a wild week here at Piper Peach. We've had so much to do because we're coming off the holidays and, you know, a lot of folks weren't accessible for 2 weeks.
Getting into a new year, rebuilding stuff.
And now we're having to do double time and play catch up. So
Yeah.
that's what we're doing. We got a lot we're planning on doing for the year. So we're trying to implement all that. It's just, you know.
I'm playing catch up from last night. I stayed up and watched that game last night.
Too.
Was that not one of the best games to watch? I mean,
It was.
I don't know who you were for. I was actually pulling for Ole Miss.
I was too.
I wanted Ole Miss to win over Miami, but I didn't have a big dog in that hunt. I just was, I don't know. I just wanted Ole Miss to win it, especially after what Kiffin and all that did to him. So, but it was still a phenomenal, nail-biting game to the very last second.
Literally,
it was amazing.
To the very last second.
And if you weren't watching, by the way, Miami won it, so they're going on for the championship.
Yeah, they won it.
Ole Miss lost by, I mean, right at it was an amazing, that last quarter alone was astounding.
It was. That made up the whole game, really.
It did, really, yeah, it did.
Yeah, and that, so Miami scored a touchdown to go ahead, and I thought towards the end, for the final, 20 seconds of the game, that Ole Miss
had it.
Was going to throw a Hail Mary and win this ball game. And they almost did.
They did. It was so close in that corner of the back of the goal line. But, you know, the deal is I thought Ole Miss maybe had won it when they got that touchdown with only less than a minute and a half or something to play. And then, by golly, that incredible run by Miami to give them a touchdown. And the crazy, have you ever seen two kicks in a game hit the goalpost like that?
No.
I've never seen that in my life. 2 times that the guy kicked for a field goal, it hit first time it hit the upright, it bounced away, and he didn't get it. The second time it hit the same upright with the same noise, but went in.
And then Miami did the same thing. They missed one.
Yeah.
That hit it, too.
But I've never seen 2 hits on the actual hit the goalpost like that. That was amazing. And, you know, I learned something. I didn't know this, but they put a microphone in the goalpost. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, that's how you remember how loud you heard it go tonk?
Yeah.
They actually have it mic'd just in case. So if there's ever one hit, you hear it clearly. I never knew that I've been in broadcasting all my life. I never knew till they talked about that last time.
So there's no doubt that it hit in case you wondered.
You can hear it.
Yeah.
Tonk.
I do feel like there were some missed calls, and I feel like there were some unnecessary calls. I mean,
well, that always happens. When you've got 2 teams that are slobber knocking it out like that. I mean, they both came to play. And poor old Ole Miss, you know, their defense stayed on the field so much because Miami really did dominate them that way. Their offense just kept pounding them. And those poor guys at the end, of course, they came out fourth quarter beat up and tired and looked like they had rejuvenated. And they did. I mean, they were amazing. But they were beat up. I mean, when you have teams that are fighting that hard, especially near the end, when they were making some of those calls, you know, it's going to happen because everybody's fired up. The officials are being really careful. The guys are fighting for their lives. You're going to have weird calls. But, you know, now that they can review a lot, like that targeting thing.
Yeah, it got reviewed.
They got targeted there. Miami did at the end, and it was helmet to helmet. I mean, I can see where the guy couldn't kind of help it, but still, he hit him in the head, and that's targeting, and he was out.
And there was another targeting call that was called on Ole Miss,
right?
And it was like there is no foul.
They looked at it and they said, "Oh, it's not they didn't uphold the calling on the field."
I was like, we pulled into the garage about that time that happened, and I was watching it on the phone while hubby was driving.
Oh man!
And he was driving, I was watching on the phone, and when I saw that, I went, ooh. That's going to be a tough one for the officials because I could see how it could have gone either way.
Either way.
I felt like more that it wasn't targeting, but I was like, I can see how they would think it is.
That's the beauty of that replays. They can sit there and just go over it and look at it from different angles and slow-mo, stop motion. And, you can almost guarantee they're going to get the right call when they review them. It's, it's because they can take their, I've seen them sit for 3 minutes, 4 minutes, just reviewing it, just to make sure, and you got people in a booth, you got people down on the field. So I love that part of it. I think takes away a lot of guesswork. It's just like they're getting really good in baseball now with these cameras that they can tell if it's a strike or not or whatever by just millimeters,
There was something else that happened, and I can't remember now what it was, if it was a foul that was called or if it was something that was they said it was a first down and it wasn't, but the fans got in on it, said it's not a thump, so whatever, it's not a whatever. You could hear it in the whole stadium. I was like, oh wow, and I have to agree with them, it wasn't, but I can't remember what the end result was, but that was a great guy, stayed up for it.
It was a good game. It did go late though.
It did.
I don't think I went to bed till 11:30.
Yeah,
something like that.
Here's the thing: it's going to be down. It's Indiana and Oregon are playing next, and the winner of that one is going to play Miami for the national championship. So the poor SEC, they just got beat up this year.
We did this year. We didn't make it, and that, there's always next year.
Yeah, every team I pulled for didn't make it. So I was like, whatever.
It's football.
But, all right, it is Friday, January the 9th. I am so excited, Bill. We have a special guest coming in this morning.
We do. I'm excited about her because this girl and her mom. And they're from Australia, and she's been making worldwide connections because she moved from Australia to Alabama.
Yeah.
And people, whatever, if you've lived here, I've lived here all my life. I know that we have a horrible reputation all over the country and all over the world, the South especially. Mm-hmm. Then you get Mississippi and Alabama, and we're just considered shoeless rednecks,
Yeah. Anytime there's a butt of a joke, it's like, you must be from Alabama or Mississippi. And I'm like, I take offense to that. Well, I love where I live.
This young lady moved here from Australia. We'll find out why and all that. And she found herself in Alabama. She said, I never thought I'd end up in Alabama. Maybe some little town in North Georgia, somewhere that is a little more, I guess, acceptable to people in the world. But she found herself loving Alabama. And so she started moving around, checking everything out. She's from Australia. That's a whole different culture there. It really is. My roommate for 3 years in college was from Australia.
Really?
Yeah, Chris Pratt, not the actor.
Not the actor.
But he and his sister came here from They lived in a little town called Sale, which is down in Victoria, South Australia. And boy, I learned a lot about Australia and stuff there. But she goes all over the state and she points out little landmarks and she tries different restaurants and different kinds of foods and she posts it. And her postings have gone crazy popular, both on Facebook and TikTok and all that. I mean, all over the world. It's amazing. She calls it Good Day from the USA. Good day
from the USA.
Good on you, mate.
I don't know if I'm doing a really good impression there, but...
Well, I'm sure I'm not, because I tried to get my roommate, Chris, to teach me how to talk Australian, because the girls loved it.
But isn't that where Croc is from?
He worked there for years. He's actually from England, but he did live for many years in Australia. My buddy Croc. We call him Croc for Crocodile Dundee, And, but yeah, he worked in Australia. And Jeanette, they lived down there. She ran a pub in
I can
Australia.
See that.
So I don't
can
remember
totally see that.
What I have to find out what city they were in, but anyway, it's pretty neat. I can't wait for her to come and her and her mom to come visit us this morning. Their story is amazing.
It is, and they will be live on the live stream and on radio. You can check out. You can download the apps if you haven't already. If you want to listen,
Piper Peach.
Hop on our Facebook page, Piper Peach Radio, if you want to watch the live stream. They will be here at 8 o'clock or just after 8 when we do our break.
I can't wait to talk to them.
I'm excited.
I got some questions.
I know you do.
I got some questions.
I have a couple myself.
I love Australia. I tried to get my dad. Australia is completely opposite us seasonally. They're in the middle of summer at Christmas. And, a big deal in Australia is you go to the beach for Christmas Day. That's a big deal in lots of parts of Australia. Because remember, they're in the middle of summer. Whereas, when we're in the middle of winter, they're in vice versa. When we're in the middle of June and July, they're in winter. So it's so different. So I wanted to go home with my buddy. He got to go home every Christmas to visit his family.
Yeah.
His dad's company would pay for them to fly home. He worked for an oil company. I begged my dad. I said, Dad, Chris has invited me. This for 3 years now. He invited me want to come home with me for Christmas. My dad said, well, how much is the flight? And it was like, even then, it was like $1,200. And that was like $20,000. This was in 71, 72, 73. And my dad goes, no. I mean, it wasn't even like, well, it was like, no way. So I never got to go, but he'd come back and he had pictures of him and all his old friends from high school on the beach Christmas Day. Now, I got to tell you the truth. Back then, 1971, women's bikinis in America were still pretty big. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? A lot of coverage up here, a lot of coverage down here. They weren't the things that
were more high-waisted.
Real high-waisted, thick, full cover of the behind. They had the string bikinis already in Australia.
Whoa.
So he'd come back, and of course, back then, he'd come back with these film canisters, and when he could, he'd take it to the drugstore one at a time because we didn't have any money, and he'd get them developed. So over a period of a couple of months from Christmas till spring, we get new sets of pictures that he'd come. And guys would literally come to our barracks room. It was military school. We'd come to the barracks, they'd gather around, and we'd all pass around these pictures, and it was mainly girls in bikinis in Australia. Yeah. We went nuts. And then, of course, I really begged my dad to let me go with him home the next 2 years. And I even, I said, I'll work all summer long but that money went for school, not for whatever. So anyway, I was always so disappointed I didn't get to go.
I bet.
I still want to. I'm 73 and I'm still dying. And he ended up moving to America, and he's lived here his whole life. He works for a pipeline company. He's lived all over the country, and I still stay in touch with him. Him and his sister are great friends of mine, and we still stay in touch. She lives in Mississippi. He lives in Pelham, New Hampshire, I think. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's amazing. So I can't wait to talk to these Aussies because I just have such a personal connection to it.
Yep.
I'm dying to ask them some questions.
And they've been to some interesting places too. I actually watched one of their videos I don't know, it's been months ago, where they were here and they came up on something and they videoed it, and it came through on my feed, and I watched it, and I was like, okay. And so when Baden said who it was, I was like, I don't know who that is, but I'm gonna look it up. And when I was like, oh yes, I do know who that is, I just didn't know.
I'm so glad you did, because
I saw it.
I've been watching them too, and it happened the same way. I was just piddling along, and this thing came up in my feed. Because they had gone, I think, to the Bright Star, some restaurant that I guess I followed or something, and their feed came up, so I started following them. And I noticed that just last week, they went to this obscure, I don't know how they found it, this obscure marker that's in Montevallo on this dirt road in a cemetery that it's hard to, there's no sign. Have you ever been to that one?
I haven't been to it, but I saw their video of it.
I've grown up all my life around here, and I went to that thing 20-something years ago, and we couldn't find it hardly then. And my wife was the banker of the people that owned the property, and they was the one that told us about it. But it's a marker claiming it's the center of Alabama, and it's in dispute because there's different geological places that claim to be the center of Alabama geographically. Mm-hmm. But I don't know how they found that marker.
I don't either.
These Australians they're like trackers.
They are.
I don't even think GPS has that thing in it.
That's awesome. All right. I want to. Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, Reggie. He says still road tide 100%. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to thank our morning show sponsors, and we're going to talk about some stuff in the headlines. We got some inclement weather that might be rolling through here,
we got stormy weather coming.
So y'all stay with us. You're listening to Morning Mayhem here on Piper Peach Radio. Therese and Dollar Bill broadcasting live from the Clinton Tractor Studio. We'll be right back.
Traditions come and go, but excellent service and compassionate care are benchmarks in any era. That's what Ellison Memorial Funeral Home is committed to providing you, whether through the pre-arrangement process or seeking services at your time of loss. Ellison Memorial offers a noticeable level of care and attention to detail. Others do not. So before making a decision based on yesterday's traditions, experience the Ellison difference when it comes to your loved one's final arrangements. You'll be glad you did. Call us today at 205-280-4600. Ellison Memorial Funeral Home, setting the new standard in local funeral service excellence. We are always here when you need us.
Underage drinking is deemed by many adults to be a rite of passage. Parents who host parties for youth may think they are being protective, but they are actually putting their youth at risk of physical and social consequences. Know the truth. Underage drinking and social hosting is a bad mix. For more information, contact Central Alabama Wellness, 205-651-0077, or visit centralalabamawellness.org.
Chilton Mobile Home Parts and Supply is your go-to destination for top quality mobile home parts and supplies in Clanton, Alabama. Conveniently located at 14023 County Road 29, just 3 miles east of Thorsby. We offer a diverse inventory, including underpinning, doors, windows, faucets, tubs, setup supplies, and more. Our commitment to quality ensures you'll find the best solutions for your mobile home needs. Upgrade your space with stylish doors and windows. Enhance functionality with top-notch faucets and tubs. All conveniently available in one place. Visit us today or call 205-646-1949. Transform your mobile home with Chilton, where quality meets convenience.
That's the truth. Those Australians are going to get a real taste.
We are back. It is 7:19. You're listening to Morning Mayhem here on Piper Peach Radio. It is Friday, January the 9th. We're already 9 days into the new year of 2026.
But you know what? To me, I feel like Christmas was 2 months ago.
I know, I do too.
It's
been
weird.
wild.
I mean, I don't know why. We're only 9 days into January, and I feel like the holidays, even New Year's, was like 3 weeks ago. I don't know what the story is with that.
You know, I took my Christmas stuff down last weekend, and I feel like it was never
Didn't
up.
happen.
I
Right.
just feel like Christmas was a blur, and I do not want that to be that way
I think
next
I'm beginning
year.
to understand why people start decorating now in August.
Yeah.
I think
So you can
you want it
enjoy
up early
it.
so you can feel like you've had it long enough for it to sink in. Now you put it up and it goes so fast, it's over, and you go, where were the holidays? Because they just seem to go too fast.
Yeah.
I don't understand. And you know, in the old days, some people didn't decorate till Christmas Eve.
Right.
You know, they put the tree up Christmas Eve, and it just seemed like it was maybe that made it a bigger deal, but it's like you said, I feel like Mary decorated our house really well, and it looked festive, and she did it right after Thanksgiving, you know, but she took it down the Saturday and Sunday after Christmas. I mean, our house didn't look like holidays for New Year's, but it was fine. But I'm like you, it's like, did Christmas really happen?
Yeah, it
and
was
we
a
had a
blur.
nice Christmas. We had people over. We ate good. I don't know. I think life has gotten too fast for all of us, to be honest with you. I don't know how to put the brakes on. I don't know how we can slow it down. I don't know what the reason. I guess it has to do with internet, TV, all this stuff now that takes up your mind and your time. I think in the slower, older days, you didn't have much else to think about, and time seems slower.
You had more time
took longer
to, sit and
go
rock
anywhere.
and appreciate.
Yeah.
You know, we don't have that now.
Scary.
I want to say good morning to some folks. Good
Yes.
morning, Tiger. He says good morning for y'all.
Tiger
from the Farm
hit.
Company. Good
Tiger
morning
and Kathy.
to my longtime friend, from high school, Susan and Jamie. She said good morning, Teresa and Dollar Bill.
That Jamie from Main
From
Street.
Main Street, yep.
Hello, Jamie.
They're coming to see you.
We're going to
today,
come
Jamie.
see you this morning with some Australians.
We may have some inclement weather that could cause some flooding, so y'all need to be weather aware today and tomorrow.
Yeah, they're saying that there's a great chance we're going to see a lot of rain starting this afternoon. Definitely like a 98% chance of heavy rain all night and tomorrow morning until the afternoon. So between this afternoon and tomorrow afternoon, be careful. We could have a lot of rain and a lot of flooding. So, excuse me.
I've been doing the same thing. I got some kind of drainage thing
I
going
know
on.
what we
I don't
need.
know what in the world. We do. Let's get to it. We're going to thank our morning show sponsors. Thank you to Chilton Mobile Home
Thank
Supply, Julie Holderfield and Country Financial Insurance, Central Alabama Wellness,
Yes.
Coca-Cola. It's time, Dollar Bill.
Let's do it.
Are we ready? Well, see, I keep putting lotion on my fingers and I have a hard time getting it ready. 1, 2, 3. Whoa, yeah.
Wow, we were right on.
Right on it. Mm-hmm. And let me tell you, these mean so much more when I get to have them in the mornings because I've cut back.
Yeah, you have. These are now a treat for you.
These are on the tall cans.
Really?
I'm about to, once these tall cans go,
Then you go into the short
it's going to be the short fat guy again. Oh,
Well,
well.
good luck.
Yep. Good luck to me.
I mean, I love them. But
Yesterday, I had 2, but I also have this big thing of water that I'm drinking.
Oh, yeah, that's good for you.
The day. And then
have you developed a new hobby? Peeing?
Yes.
That's
How did you know?
Because when you drink that much your body's not used to water. That becomes your next new hobby is going to the bathroom.
Constant,
but it's cleansing your system and
Yep.
it's helping your liver and your kidneys.
They're probably rejoicing right now.
They're maybe drowning in water.
Yeah. I also have been exercising. Like last night, when I went and I produced Jamie's show, and I drank water there, but we went through Taco Bell on the way home, and hubby got me a Coke. I took a few sips out of it, and when I woke up this morning, that Coke was still full. I was so proud of myself.
Really?
It's waste, but it came with the thing.
Yeah.
So, but I actually feel a little better. Much as I hate to admit it, because I am still got to have it 1 or 2, but I got to cut back from 6, 7 a day.
I used to drink
drinking them
6
like that.
or 7 or 8 a day too, and I've cut back. I mean, it's moderation. I was hooked on them bad, and I still love them, but I'm having to just make. I love candy too, but I'm diabetic, so I've had to be better about that. So it's just choices, that kind of thing.
And usually when I'm at home, I don't drink Cokes. I drink water, but I've noticed that adding it all week long during the day has really made a huge difference.
Yep. It does make these even more of a treat.
I'm not as bloated, which is making my clothes fit a little bit better. And
There you go.
I'm not mad about that at all. All right, we also want to thank Chilton Chamber of Commerce.
Yes.
Larry Puckett Chevrolet, Putter up in Pelham, Save More here in Clanton, Calera, and Brent. Old Orchard Amish Furniture, Bruce. I've heard somebody told me yesterday he's got some new stuff out there.
Really?
So
Don't
y'all
tell
need to
Mary.
Don't.
Oh God, Bruce, we'll be seeing you soon.
Yeah, and spring. I mean, it's January, but people start planning for spring in the next month. So y'all need to make your plans to go see Bruce.
Well, we're lucky here in Alabama because we do have beautiful days in January, February, March. Like today, the temperature is going to be in the 70s, and you can, except for the rain, but you can enjoy outdoors in Alabama all year long. And we love our outdoor furniture from Old Amish. So thank you, Bruce.
It is great. Also, Wood Surfside Marina. They are in Pell City, Cropple area. They are the Bennington dealer for this whole area. I don't think there's anybody else that sells Bennington.
Those
and
are
they
great
are now
boats.
servicing Lay Lake and Lake Mitchell. So be sure and go see Mark and his team at Wood Surfside Marina. Market 22, formerly Bees Market. They're your local butcher shop, and they have fresh meats and seafood, and they have it all seasoned up for you if you want it that way. And if you don't, they'll give it to you plain.
I love it.
They have sides and stuff you can go in there and get too. And also This and That vinyl. This and That, they have been so good to us. All of our Piper Pete shirts, everything we have in there has been from This and That vinyl. So all
This and that vinyl, they do great stuff too. Their quality's amazing.
Yes,
you
it
know,
is.
some places you might get a good price, but you might get less than quality stuff for it. Their stuff is not only well priced, it's beautiful quality. So
Yeah.
you can't beat it.
Allison helped us create our Piper Peach Christmas shirt that we wore for events and stuff. Everybody wanted one, so
Yeah.
I think next year we may look into making that available. So
Yeah,
we'll
that'd
see.
be great.
But I wanted to get to a couple of topics because I don't know. They're going to be here at 8:00, and I think we're probably going to finish the show with them if I had to guess, because there's going to be a lot to talk about.
They do have a lot.
And I had a whole list of stuff, but I do want to get to a couple of things before they get here. I saw an incident yesterday, and it flew all over me. And then I saw something very similar roll through my feed. Yesterday, all the schools the schools was letting out, Clayton School, and I was behind a school bus, and there were some other school buses that were coming up too, and a bus stopped to let some kids go.
Yeah.
What do you think the other cars did?
Don't tell me they didn't stop. Oh my God, I want to shoot them.
And
people that won't stop for a school bus, that is horrible.
Here's the thing. She finally did stop, and the bus wouldn't. It was going to let because the car was coming kind of quick, and then it slowed down, and I think the bus driver was about to open the door
and waited.
and the driver still kept going, and the driver got like between halfway to the back of the school bus before she finally stopped. And the car beside her did the same thing. And I was just about to lay on my horn, but I probably would have scared all the kids on the bus if I'd done it, because I was right behind the bus, and let them know my displeasure about them. But they finally did stop, but and
Too late.
The kids got off to the right, so they didn't have to cross the street, thank God. And I knew I could see that bus driver I could see him in his, I could see him
mirror.
staring them down. And then, and I was like, these idiots around here, everybody's in such a hurry. But then through my feed, saw the same thing happening somewhere else. And a police officer happened to be there. He was behind the bus, and he flipped around. He pulled two cars over because two cars went boom, boom, right.
Good.
And I just want to say that you see a school bus stopped, but the lights are going, whether or not the stop sign is out, you better stop, because they're probably fixing to pull that thing out.
Slow down at least if the lights are going, because they're just slowing down and they're not going to stop and let anybody out. At least slow down just in case. But the thing is, when that stop sign comes out, do not pass a school bus out from any direction. I mean, I've seen it. Like, what's really dangerous is on some of these like 2-lane county highways, and the bus is coming one way and the people going the other way just blow through there. And of course, like you said, if the kids were going to cross the road, I mean, it's against the law and they ought to nail you. But most people, I guess they know the police aren't always on these especially out on these county roads. I think every now and then, and I think I've heard they do this, a sheriff, deputy, or a police car will sometimes follow a bus on a route just to see. Just to kind of stand behind that law, because so many people tend to just blow past them.
It really
drives me crazy. I mean, there's a lot of things, kind of running a stop sign, like a California stop, they call it. Not
a rolling stop.
Yeah, whatever.
It's coming, let's go.
That can be okay if you can see it. Nobody, I mean, I'm not a stickler for things that are, I mean, you should stop, but I see police have discretion in letting people get by with that. Little speeding, if it's just a mile or two over, yeah, no problem. But putting a child's life in danger, there should be no compromise on that.
Yeah, I agree. Well, it sent me over the. I mean, I literally
Yeah.
I was just about to hit that horn, and they both. The one car that was the ringleader stopped, and then the white car that was beside it kind of went past that car, and they stopped too. And
Like
I
they
was
weren't
like,
going to stop until they saw the other guy stop. Yeah.
Well, that sent me.
Well, just be careful. These are children's lives. And, little kids especially. The high school kids are a little bit better about, but, little kids will just be laughing and come off that bus and be wanting to run home and play or whatever. And they're not paying any attention to traffic. They just will run out because they think they're safe because the bus is stopped and the stop sign's out. But one of these days, every now and then there's a tragedy.
Yeah.
And I did see a video one time it was incredible. This kid got off the bus and went around the front of the bus to cross the street, and this car didn't stop. And that child literally they missed that child by nothing. It knocked the child down basically from just brushing it. But it was going 40 miles an hour.
That's crazy.
And if that child had been 6 inches further front, she'd have killed it.
There was the two that got off the bus looked like they might have been in first grade too. That's
Yeah,
what
little
really
bitty
sent
kids,
me
yeah.
over the edge. And Brenda says, "Oh my God, yes, stop," because she didn't stop. The stop sign wasn't on, so she went on, and she said, "I am so sorry that I did that." I don't know. I don't think she was the one from yesterday, but
Yeah, I mean,
still,
no.
I mean, it does. Sometimes it does happen. I get it, but we got to pay attention because these kids are.
Well, it's
They're
not
our
like they don't
future,
put enough
y'all.
lights and flashing lights and stuff on those buses. When they slow to a stop, even if they're just stopping at a stop sign and not going to let it, man, there's lights flashing and stuff everywhere. And then, of course, once they put that stop sign out, I can see if you're on a 4-lane road. I've seen this happen in Birmingham when you're on like 4-lane
Well,
highways.
this kind of was.
It's kind of weird. You don't know whether you should stop or
Yeah.
not if you're over. There's a big median and you're over there. I say,
That's true. That's very true.
Mm-hmm.
Susan said, "Did you throw a shoe at him?" She knows me from high school, so that was
Did you throw a shoe at him?
Throw a shoe at him. All right, it is 9:34. It's 7:34. We're gonna take a break. When we come back, we got to talk about Alabama songwriter passed away, and you'll probably know who he is because he's been around for a long time.
I didn't hear this.
And we got to talk about a road closure that's happening in Homewood starting this evening. And the reason why is something I've never heard of, but apparently it's something that goes on every year at this time. So we'll talk about that too. You're
Wow.
listening to Morning Mayhem here on Piper Peach Radio. Y'all stay with us. We'll be right back.
Reliable towing or diesel repair? MEMS Wrecker and Heavy Duty Diesel Repair has you covered. We specialize in light and heavy duty towing and recovery with the latest equipment for any job, from campers and tractor trailers to winch box recoveries and the only local-based rotator in the county. We do it all. Our diesel repair services include computer diagnostics, engine rebuilds, transmission and clutch work, and general maintenance. Trust MEMS Wrecker and Heavy Duty Diesel Repair for top-notch service. Call us at 205-217-1984. Some family traditions begin with an ending. Lasting family legacies are established at Martin Funeral Home, where for over 100 years, we have served the families in our community. Bobby, Donnie, Norma, and our family at Martin Funeral Home would like to express our sincere gratitude for allowing us to serve your family. Every life story deserves the perfect setting. We are here to make that happen for you and your loved one. We offer traditional funeral home services, and we are now excited to be the home of the first crematory in Clanton, Alabama. Our goal is to serve our families no matter what their needs are. Martin Funeral Home, serving Chilton County since 1921. Please give us a call at 205-755-3550.
are back. The time is 7:36. You're listening to Morning Mayhem here on Piper Peach Radio.
Good morning.
Friday, January the 9th. My co-host, the legendary Dollar Bill. I mean, I love it when you're here.
Well, thank you.
You're so...
Uh-oh.
know.
I'm so what? My
You're
wife,
just
I'm glad my wife's not saying that.
Well, you're just so interesting. Like, you know a lot of stuff, and you bring something to the table every single
It's because I'm
time.
old. But you know, you've got something to,
Yes.
you brought something to the table that astounds me because I grew up in Homewood, Alabama. That's where we moved there in 1953 and lived in actually Edgewood, part of Homewood. But I grew up in Homewood, went to Homewood, Edgewood Elementary School, Homewood Junior High, 1 year at Shades Valley, and then we moved. But I grew up in Homewood. I grew up not far from the Sanford campus off of a road called Salter Road. And me and my buddy Raymond, we grew up across the street from each other, my best childhood friend. We used to go and we'd hike over the hill to Sanford and then go down. Back then, Lakeshore Drive was only 2 lanes.
Right.
It was a 2-lane road. Now it's 4, of course, big 4. But it was 2. And there was all these woods from what is about where Sanford or where the Hollywood Country Club used to be all the way back to Green Springs is these woods. And there's Lakeshore and South Lakeshore Drive that parallel that.
Right.
And I was a kid, I always wondered, why do they call this Lakeshore Drive? There's just a creek running through those woods, Shades Creek. My mother said, well, you know, when I was, before you were born, when I was working, I took a bus that went down Lakeshore because I was going to Ishakuta. And she said, that was a huge lake. It had been there since the 20s. They used to have air shows over that lake. They had,
Oh, I didn't know that.
I mean, it was huge. And that's
had
why
heard
the
that about the
Hollywood
lake.
Country Club was there, because it was the country club by the lake.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, I didn't either till, you know, she even remembers one horrible morning she got off. It was a gray, cold morning in February, and she had to wait to change buses on Lakeshore Drive. And she looked out, and they were dragging the lake for a body because, you know, someone had drowned the night before in a boating accident. But that lake was huge. And then the dam broke right at the beginning of World War II, and they fixed it kind of, but they didn't fix it right. And then at the end of World War II, the dam busted. Didn't do much damage, but it drained the lake, and they just never refilled it. And it became woods. So now you've got Lakeshore Drive and South Lakeshore Drive, and no lake, but just Shades Creek running through it.
Right.
Of course, Shades Creek's named after the valley, which is Shades Valley.
Right.
And that's Shades Creek, which, by the way, originally was called Shades of Death Valley or something. Yeah, there was something about, but anyway, you told me something I'd never known my whole life. And me and my buddy Raymond used to walk those woods, fish in the creek, walk South Lakeshore, which kind of dead ends, you know. But this is amazing.
This is a cool story. And I said I bumped Bill up because I was going to say, but I finally got a story.
You did. You got a story I never. This is amazing. And it's neat.
This is, obviously it's in Homewood, but they're going to close South Lakeshore Drive for a reason that I've never heard of. Didn't even know this went on like this. But apparently, to get to their
They come out of the
migrating
woods and go
place.
across the road into the creek, right?
Into the creek, yeah. And so this happens right there in Homewood. It happens in other places in the United States too, like Michigan and Indiana. But during warm, rainy nights in late winter, early spring, this is when that happens. And so they close the road
at
to make
night.
sure, because that's when they start moving, to make sure that they get over there safely.
Now, how does that work for all the people that live on South Lakeshore? Because, you know, they
You
live
have
there.
to come in. There's another back way you've got to go.
Oh, there is?
As a matter of fact, there is a basketball game tonight
At Homewood?
At Homewood, and they're telling them that's
Don't
going
go
to be
South
closed.
Lakeshore.
Don't go. You're going to have to come in and go around. It has this whole rigmarole. I think you can go on one of the news outlets has the
probably
route you
Fox
can
6
take.
or something, Channel 6.
But it's blue spotted, and Jefferson salamanders. They're going to reach their breeding places safely. And there's also, I didn't know this, Friends of Shades Creek. They have it's a local preservation nonprofit they are having their annual Salamander Festival in Homewood.
I didn't know
on
that.
January 31st from 1 to 4:30. This is their 20th one. Never heard of it.
Never heard of it. Salamander Festival in Homewood, the last day of January. I'm going to go.
Isn't that neat?
I want to go. I mean, that South Shadescrest and Shades Creek is part of my DNA. I grew up playing in that creek with my friend Raymond and fishing, and we found a skull of a dog in there one time. Just a skull. Oh, it was great. You know, little boys find a skull. Oh my God, you might as well found a pot of gold.
For sure.
We love, but yeah, that's neat. The Salamander Festival, and well, who knew?
Who knew that? That was so. I thought that was so interesting because you know, you're older than me, and I am
By a lot.
late 50s, and I've lived in this
Never heard it.
that general area, you know, Center Point, that, you know, Birmingham,
Yeah.
even in St. Clair. Never been
Well,
in this
I grew
Alabama
up-
my
I-
whole life and never heard that.
I grew up there. I worked, you know, our radio stations at both
Oh, that's right.
ZZK and the Bull were right there off Green Springs.
And you never heard of it.
No. And you thought we'd have heard of it from a public service announcement when they have it. Nope. You were the first I've heard of it, as you told me just a few minutes ago. It's amazing. I can't wait to look into it.
Yeah, well, I wanted to read more, but I had so much to do last night. But I didn't. I did this yesterday, but I was like, I've never heard of this, and it's. Speaking of little salamanders and things like that, Araya comes in yesterday.
Now, who's Araya?
Araya, she does. She's kind of our. She does. Oh, what do you call it? Graphic design. So she helps us with some stuff on the back. So she's part time.
What a neat name, Araya.
Araya. It is. She's very unique. She comes in and she's holding like a brown lizard thing. I don't know if it was a salamander or what it was, but that thing. She comes up and she's like this, and I went, oh, no, like
What
that.
was
but
she?
then I
Is it her
held it.
pet, or did she find it out
No,
on the
she found it.
on
She
the front
caught it.
porch and just
Yeah.
came in?
I've never seen a brown one though. That might have been one of those salamanders. I don't know what it could have been. Who knows? But yeah, I
wonder
thought
if-
that was just the coolest little
You know, my
story.
first question is, I wonder if salamanders are tasty. Wonder if they're good to eat.
Feel.
I know eel is good to eat, so
I've never had that. I've heard that it is, but I've never
yeah,
had it.
eel's good.
But I feel like people in other countries are more prone to try things like that than we are here.
Well,
because
it's in
I
their-
don't know
some
too
of it's in
many
their
people.
culture.
I would never. That's not something I'd just be like, give me some eel. You know, when I'm at the restaurant, give me that eel.
I'll tell you what, eels. That's a great sushi.
Aren't they the ones that electrocute you if you
Well,
touch them?
there is electric eels. Well, I'll tell you something. You want to know something else bizarre? You're from kind of where you've had some time. You know where Turkey Creek is out in Pinson? Mm-hmm. Do you know that at the turn of the century, and I'm talking about the late 1800s into the 1900s, into the 20th century, there was an eel that lived in Turkey Creek only. It was the Turkey Creek eel, I think is what they called it.
Never heard of this.
It was considered such a delicacy that they literally fished it into oblivion. It doesn't exist anymore. It's extinct because so many restaurants in New York City started selling this delicious Turkey Creek eel that they completely fished it out of existence in Turkey
Really?
Creek in Pinson, Alabama.
Wow, I remember that used to be a great little. It has rocks and it's like a.
Oh,
it's
had
a
little
creek.
falls and
yeah,
creeks,
I mean, it was,
little
You could go
waterfalls.
sit on the rocks and let the waters go. I mean,
Oh, I
you
love
could
Turkey
swim in a
Creek.
little bit, and then it got kind of
Nasty.
sketchy.
Yeah,
nasty.
scary.
And people were like, "Don't you dare go over
Right.
to Turkey
It
Creek!"
It got hoodlums started
Uh-uh.
hanging out there and
Yes,
stuff, and
Lord.
drugs and stuff. But you know, back in the late 1800s, early 1900s, Turkey Creek eel was considered quite the delicacy.
Well, Susan just told me something. She said watercress darters are there.
Watercress darters are where in the
I guess Turkey Creek. I mean, she's from the same. You know,
the
she went
darter's
to-
a little
we
minnow
went to,
looking.
we went
like
to
a little
Irwin
minnow.
together, so I guess and that's where we all hung out. You know, a lot of times. But all right, it's 7:46. We're gonna take a break.
Wonder if darters are tasty.
When we come back, we're going to talk about that Huntsville songwriter that has passed away.
Oh, yeah.
And then it should be getting close to time for our Aussies to be here. I'm so excited. I can't wait. So y'all stay with
man.
us. You're listening to Morning Mayhem here on Piper Peach Radio. Therese and Dollar Bill broadcasting live from the Clinton Tractor Studio. We'll be right back.
Traditions come and go, but excellent service and compassionate care are benchmarks in any era. That's what Ellison Memorial Funeral Home is committed to providing you, whether through the pre-arrangement process or seeking services at your time of loss. Ellison Memorial offers a noticeable level of care and attention to detail. Others do not. So before making a decision based on yesterday's traditions, experience the Ellison difference when it comes to your loved one's final arrangements. You'll be glad you did. Call us today at 205-280-4600. Ellison Memorial Funeral Home, setting the new standard in local funeral service excellence. We are always here when you need us.
Underage drinking is deemed by many adults to be a rite of passage. Parents who host parties for youth may think they are being protective, but they are actually putting their youth at risk of physical and social consequences. Know the truth. Underage drinking and social hosting is a bad mix. For more information, contact Central Alabama Wellness, 205-651-0077, or visit centralalabamawellness.org.
Back. The time is 7:48. You're listening to Morning Mayhem here on Piper Peach Radio. Trace and Dollar Bill broadcasting live from the Clinton Tractor Studio. Before we get to the story about the songwriter, I want to go back to the one about the school bus.
Turkey Creek.
Well, about the school bus too. Brenda, bless her, she said she got stopped by the police for not stopping at that bus.
Not stopping for the bus.
And it got her a $400 ticket.
Is it $400?
Wow.
Ooh.
Wow. But
I didn't really, I knew it'd be kind of high. I figured a couple of hundred easy. But 400, man, that's but that's applicable. Like I said, there's no excuse for endangering a child's life.
True.
So I guess $400 is a pretty bad slap on the wrist. Sorry about that, Brenda, but
yeah, I hate that happened. I know I know based off what she said, it was not something she meant to do.
No, most people don't. I think a lot of it's just carelessness.
Just
they're not
oblivious.
seeing it, they're not thinking about it, but that's also showing you how distracted
we are as a society.
Driving, even if we're paying, if not distracted by a phone or something. But oh my God. And there are situations where I didn't know. I still don't know about the 4-lane thing.
Yeah, I don't either.
We'll have to find out. I got a lot of policeman friends. Maybe somebody watching knows. But if you're on a 4-lane with a big median and a bus stops on the other side, does everybody have to stop going the other way?
They do. I'm almost
I think they do too, but I just don't know.
I don't know either.
Because it's hard to see. If you're on the right lane going north and there's a bus in the extreme right lane going south, you're a half a mile away from each other. It'd be almost hard to see that. So I don't know. know.
I'm not sure.
Question to be answered.
Susan says that back to Turkey Creek, she says there's a watercress darter there and they are endangered.
Yeah. I was telling you, back 20, 30 years ago, there was a huge dam project they were going to build in Oregon or Colorado or somewhere out in the Northwest. And they stopped the entire $1 billion project because it endangered a
snail.
Little, they call the snail darter. It's a little minnow, tiny little minnow, and that was its only place. And that little snail darter's just like the spotted owl thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes one animal can change everything, which probably is a good thing.
Yeah, I mean, we're going through land at an alarming rate of speed. We're knocking down trees and popping up these little side by side subdivisions, and I just don't like it. I don't like it at all.
When you start putting dams on rivers, it really does change the ecology. Some of these animals that spawn and travel and mate, it completely screws them up, especially like they did when they started damming up all those rivers where the the salmon used to have to go upstream. Now they build these ladders. They'll build a thing to the side of the dam so the the fish can still go upstream,
Oh, okay.
past,
Well,
kind
at
of
least they're doing
bypass
that.
the dam, you know.
Well, at least they're doing something, you know.
Well, you know.
I don't know. I would think you would know this man, Huntsville native and songwriter Jim McBride.
Jim McBride, I've heard of him. I never met him. I don't know him. I just remember because I always confused him with being one of the guys that was in McBride and the Ride.
Right, yeah.
But that was a female, I
Yeah.
think. So, yeah, I've heard his name, but I don't know him.
Well, he had 5 #1 songs, 10 top 10 singles, and 18 top 40 singles from different artists that he wrote songs for, like George Jones, Reba, Vern Godston, Charlie Pride,
Do we know the names of the songs he wrote?
Randy Travis. I don't, because they didn't have that in there, but they did say he had his most success with one artist that you always said was so shy.
So what?
So shy, he could barely hold
Alan
a comment.
Jackson?
Alan Jackson.
Huh.
He wrote Chattahoochee,
Wow.
Chasing That Neon Rainbow,
Wow.
Who Says You Can't Have It All, and Someday for Alan Jackson.
Wow. Well, those first two made him a lot of money. You know, these guys that write these songs, if they hit #1, they get what we call mailbox money.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas they go out, and if that song does really well, big old checks start showing up in your mailbox because they get royalties for
Yeah.
it. And they can last for
A
decades.
lifetime, because
Well, for 20 years at least until they're renewed, you know.
if you are a radio station, whether you are terrestrial, whether you're internet, whether you use Spotify, whether you use whatever you use to hear your music, to push that out, you have to have licenses that cover the artist so that they get paid every time
Well,
a song is played.
There's two main licensing groups. One is BMI,
BMI.
and the other one is ASCAP. And they monitor everything. And of course, it used to be hard for them to do that because it was all analog. Now with digital, you can't, if you put a song on your Facebook feed that runs more than about 12 seconds and it's something that the internet recognizes, boom.
You're gone.
They'll
They shut it down.
They'll shut you down because you can only, after about, I think it's 12 seconds, you're done with, they'll cut you off.
Yeah.
Or they'll send you a bill.
And
And you got to pay for life. And, even restaurants, they used to say,
yep.
if you turn the local radio station on and play it in your restaurant, if you've got more than 2 speakers, they'll charge you. Now you can you can put your stereo in there with just 2 speakers or run 2 speakers. You can get away with that. But you put more than 2 speakers, now it's a sound system and you're broadcasting to your customers, you got to pay licensing fees. And I've heard them going into restaurants and laying it on them.
If you do karaoke, you provide karaoke
You gotta pay
at your place. You
licensing
got to
fees if
pay
you're not
licensing
using
for
the-
that. Yep.
Now the karaoke stuff get around a lot of that because they can pay licensing fees for the tune, but they change it enough and of course, there's no artist in it because they don't get the artist, they're getting fake singers to do
Yeah.
backup and all that. And now they do it with AI. They don't even have humans. You can get away with those because they're not licensed. But boy, yeah, some people used to take like an Alan Jackson song, and you can put it what they call 180 degrees out of phase, and the vocal will disappear. It is Alan Jackson singing, but his vocal disappears pretty much, and all you get is the music and the background singers, and people would do that to do karaoke.
I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, you put it out of phase, and most of the main vocals go away, and that they'll nail you for big time.
Really?
Yeah, of course, because
Well,
you're still playing their song,
And I
you got to
know-
pay for the rights.
I know that, because I go to different places and they have music playing in there. And one of the places I go to is Siluria. And when you're in there, they'll play music if they don't have trivia going on. But even the trivia people, because they're playing the music for you to, guess who it is, they have a certain licensing that everybody in the Siluria has to pay for that. And I think the person doing the karaoke and trivia have to do. It's just wild how they do. But
Have you ever noticed,
yeah.
have you ever been in a restaurant and you're hearing a song and it sounds just like Cheap Trick or Alan Jackson, but it doesn't quite sound right, that's because a lot of people will get the song redone by some other artist. They'll pay him, $100 to sing it. He sounds like Alan Jackson or a group that can sound like Cheap Trick or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't have to pay the licensing fees because you're not playing the original. You're playing a artist rendition of it, and it's less expensive.
Yeah.
You get
so
around
a lot of department stores and things like that will play that stuff.
Well, that's that old Muzak too. They would just make every song an instrumental. You'd be walking, you go, I didn't know the Beatles did Let It Be instrumentally. Well, they didn't, but Muzak did.
Muzak did. McBride was also inducted into the Nashville Songwriters Hall of Fame and the Alabama Music Hall of
Wow.
Fame. That is how. I mean, he had a big career. I bet he.
How old was he? Does it say?
78.
Oh, that's not
He
that
passed
old to
away.
me.
No,
That's like 5 years older than me, 4 years older than me.
Yeah. This is a cool little story. A West Virginia animal shelter they shared security camera video on Facebook and stuff because they had an escape artist,
Oh,
a canine escaped artist.
really? A dog?
He got out of his kennel. He unlocked the front door. He had to go through two different doors, one to get out of the kennel area and to get out the front door. He unlocked the front door and got away. And they had to go on this massive search for him to bring him back to the animal shelter.
What a smart dog.
They said they got him standing up on his hind legs and using his mouth to unlock the door. And they said, we would love to tell you that this is AI, but it is not. But
It's
he was.
real.
It took them a day or so, but they did get him and bring him back to safety. But
They need to hire him as a locksmith or something. That's amazing. That's a smart dog. And is he up for adoption?
yeah, I guess he is. But, I
Somebody
absolutely
ought to
love
get
it.
that dog. He'd make a great, of course. You might not be able to keep him once you got him. If
Yep.
you got to put special locks on your. But that's neat.
Yeah. All right. It is 7:59. We're about to take a break, Baden, because I have it on good authority that our Aussies are here.
Yeah, this is again.
Yay,
If you're
I'm so
just tuning
excited.
in, these folks. This girl moved to America from Australia. We'll find out why. And then she started doing road trips in a little camper. And she ended up coming down through the South. She lived up, I think up in Washington area. She ended up coming to Alabama and fell in love with the state of Alabama. Can't believe she's living here now, but she still does road trips. And she has these TikTok and Facebook videos where she tries different restaurants and foods. She talks to local people. She goes to various local things to look at and historic sites. And her videos have gone worldwide,
Yes, they
huge.
have.
And she's really fun to watch. I mean, she does
is.
a great job of it. So we're going to have her and her mom, who is visiting from Australia, in with us.
Yeah, I'm so excited. All right, we're going to take a break. I'm going to go ahead. Well, Baden, I need him to come in here and do the
Baden's,
break.
you know what Baden is? Well, Baden runs our show. He does the technical over there behind the scenes to bring us in and out of. But he's also the janitor. So he's out there. He's been out there sweeping the lobby, cleaning the trash cans out, and he leaves us to do the show. Sometimes he gets busy and forgets to come back in and take the break. So he's
And then we just sit in here
and we're
go,
here
hey.
on live, and there's one of us either has to get up and go to the door and say Baden, or we just sit here and talk until he comes
Until
back.
he comes
Why
back,
don't you
yeah.
go to the door? Because
Yeah,
you're closer.
Hold on. I'll be right back.
And you're also a lot more, you can move.
More
And you're a lot more. I think he's out there greeting our Aussies. This is exciting.
We want you to do it. Bill's talking while he said, go open the door.
We've been
Live-
sitting here saying Baden's out there
live
doing
TV.
stuff. He's out there. He's the janitor.
I didn't know what you had played already, so I didn't
All right,
want to
we're
do
going
it.
to take a break and get our friends in.
Yay, we're so excited.
We'll be
y'all
right
stay,
back.
Yeah, y'all stay with us. You're listening to Morning Mayhem here on Piper Peach Radio. Teresa and Dollar Bill broadcasting live from the Clinton Tractor Studio.
Traditions come and go, but excellent service and compassionate care are benchmarks in any era. That's what Ellison Memorial Funeral Home is committed to providing you, whether through the pre-arrangement process or seeking services at your time of loss. Ellison Memorial offers a noticeable level of care and attention to detail. Others do not. So before making a decision based on yesterday's traditions, experience the Ellison difference when it comes to your loved one's final arrangements. You'll be glad you did. Call us today at 205-280-4600. Ellison Memorial Funeral Home, setting the new standard in local funeral service excellence. We are always here when you need us.
Underage drinking is deemed by many adults to be a rite of passage. Parents who host parties for youth may think they are being protective, but they are actually putting their youth at risk of physical and social consequences. Know the truth. Underage drinking and social hosting is a bad mix. For more information, contact Central Alabama Wellness, 205-651-0077, or visit centralalabamawellness.org.
Chilton Mobile Home Parts and Supply is your go-to destination for top quality mobile home parts and supplies in Clanton, Alabama. Conveniently located at 14023 County Road 29, just 3 miles east of Thorsby. We offer a diverse inventory, including underpinning, doors, windows, faucets, tubs, setup supplies, and more. Our commitment to quality ensures you'll find the best solutions for your mobile home needs. Upgrade your space with stylish doors and windows. Enhance functionality with top-notch faucets and tubs. All conveniently available in one place. Visit us today or call 205-646-1949. Transform your mobile home with Chilton, where quality meets convenience. Need reliable towing or diesel repair? Mem's Wrecker and Heavy Duty Diesel Repair has you covered. We specialize in light and heavy duty towing and recovery with the latest equipment for any job, from campers and tractor trailers to winch box recoveries, and the only local-based rotator in the county. We do it all. Our diesel repair services include computer diagnostics, engine rebuilds, transmission and clutch work, and general maintenance. Trust Mem's Wrecker and Heavy Duty Diesel Repair for top-notch service. Call us at 205-217-1984. Some family traditions begin with an ending. Lasting family legacies are established at Martin Funeral Home, where for over 100 years, we have served the families in our community. Bobby, Donnie, Norma, and our family at Martin Funeral Home would like to express our sincere gratitude for allowing us to serve your family. Every life story deserves the perfect setting. We are here to make that happen for you and your loved one. We offer traditional funeral home services, and we are now excited to be the home of the first crematory in Clanton, Alabama. Our goal is to serve our families no matter what their needs are. Martin Funeral Home, serving Chilton County since 1921. Please give us a call at 205-755-3550.
From all of our family at Wood Surfside Marina, we want to wish you a very Merry and blessed Christmas and a Happy New Year. And yes, a pontoon boat does fit in Santa's sleigh. Are you tired of big box stores where you're just another number? You deserve better. Furniture that's built to last from people who treat you like family. At Farmers Home Furniture in Clanton, we do things differently. As an employee-owned company, we take pride in personal service. We'll listen to what you need and help you find the perfect piece for your home from trusted, top-notch name brand. Whether it's a cozy sofa for movie nights, a dining set built for real life, or a recliner that melts the stress away, we've got you covered. Don't settle for less. Experience the difference at Farmers Home Furniture in Clanton, where you're not just a customer, you're family. we are back. The time is 8:06. You're listening to Morning Mayhem here on Piper Peach Radio. Therese and the legendary Dollar Bill, broadcasting live from the Clanton Tractor Studios. We have our guest in here. We have Amanda Shinton. Emphasis on the N. Social media sensation and host of Good Day in the USA. And she has her mum. I'm trying so hard to do an Australian accent. It's not working. But thank you, ladies, for coming on.
We're so excited to be here.
We are excited. Are you kidding? That's all we've talked about for the last couple of days. I saw one of your videos. The first video I ever saw of yours was a while back. And it was the prayer temple that you found in Calera, the rock one.
Yes.
I drove by it. It's very near to my house. I never paid attention, and I didn't know what it was until you pointed it out.
It's remarkable.
Isn't that neat?
Isn't it amazing? For people who don't know, it's a little rock and cement igloo looking thing, dome.
Yeah.
And I think
What's
it's
it
been
called?
there
House
since
of
the
Prayer?
40s or something.
Yeah, it was like
30s.
a retired, what do you call those state troopers? Yeah.
That's pretty neat. How do you find all this weird
Okay,
we've
so
lived here
my
all my
secret.
life, and you're telling me stuff I didn't know about.
Right.
Okay, so I love to explore, see and do everything. And there's an app called Roadside America.
Oh, I see. I've been on that.
Yeah, I think I paid like $10 for every state. Like you can maybe get 1 or 2 states for free, but I paid for all states.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, we've actually traveled to all 50 states, and that is how we did our traveling, was based on the app. It was like big ball of string, let's go there. Yeah, we literally did 43 states in one trip.
Wow, you're
Yes,
kidding.
we're not even
How long did
lying.
that take?
Was it like
2
2 or
months?
3, 2 months? Yeah.
Well, that's pretty. I'm
Yeah.
kind of amazed you did it in 2 months. That's
And it was
amazing.
like we woke up that morning, we were looking at the app, and we're like, oh, this looks intriguing. You know, the House
Wow.
of Prayer.
Now,
Let's
are you
go
doing
there.
this in a camper, or are you staying in
No.
hotels and stuff?
Well, now I live in Alabama.
Right.
So, but yeah, when we were doing this road trip, it was we just stayed.
'Cause I
in
knew you
hotels.
had a
We
little
got- I got
teardrop.
Mum. I'd do the teardrop. But yeah, now that I've got mum, that we just stayed hotels.
Have you enjoyed visiting America?
I absolutely love America.
Do you really?
I find the people extremely friendly,
Oh, good.
and I think Alabama feels like Australia.
Yeah,
Really?
Oh, well, that
Okay.
makes that warms my heart.
it's that
'cause
same
we're
vibe
native.
of like everyone's down to earth. Everyone will give you a hug. Like
Yeah,
you know?
we love to
we
hug.
are huggers.
Yeah, we love hugs.
We meet you usually by way of greeting. We hug, but I don't know. I didn't know how y'all were receptive to that, so I
yeah.
shook the hand. You know,
Oh, you
I-
gotta
We're
watch
a little
Australians.
Like, oh, she doesn't
We're
wanna
very
hug us.
huggy.
Okay.
Oh,
Well, Dollar
Australians
Bill
will kiss you
loves
on the
huggies,
mouth.
especially from the women.
Australia, they will y'all are. I mean, Australians will come and kiss you on the mouth.
Yeah.
They're just really. I mean, it's great. I don't mean
like
that in a
that.
bad way. I love it.
I think it's neat.
Well, I'm so glad to hear that because I've got to tell you, Amanda, I am really jealous because I've always wanted to go to Australia and do the same thing you do. I've always wanted to see. Of course,
that would
Australia
be
is so
lovely.
big. It's kind of
is.
like the United States. You can't go and just stay for a week and see anything much. You've got to go and
Exactly.
stay about 10 years and then be busy while you're there because Australia is like America.
It is.
You've got the South Ocean, you got the mountains, you've got the desert, you've got and you've also got one thing though that scares me. Poisonous snakes and spiders. You've
As
got the
big
most
as
in
your
the world.
head.
I mean, it is true. Like in your house, you can find one like, but it's normally harmless, so it doesn't bother us, and we're used to seeing it. But they are confronting. Yes.
I've seen bigger in the Amazon.
Don't they sometimes like take over the houses there where you can come home
I
and they're
think-
like all over the
yeah,
place?
I've
That
never
scares
seen
the crap
anything
out
like
of me. Oh, okay, well, good.
No,
So
I mean, the most I've seen is probably something that big
Ugh.
in the corner, but it's very harmless and.
I don't care.
oh, really?
If I'm in a room and there's a spider that big in the room, I'm going to ask them where they want the new door because I'm going.
He's
If it's
going
between
through
me
it.
and the door, I'm going to make a new one.
Do you know what the Kool-Aid Man is? Have you ever heard of the
No.
Kool-Aid Man? Well, Kool-Aid is something that we drink over here a lot. It's a very sugary
Oh yeah, we call
type
it
of drink.
cordial.
Okay,
but same thing.
And the mascot was a pitcher of Kool-Aid, and they call him the Kool-Aid Man. He'd come in, he'd go, oh yeah, and he'd come barreling through a door, a brick wall, something.
Wow.
That'd be Dollar
That'd be
Bill
me
coming
with
through
a
there.
spider in the room. So in all your travels, we'll focus down on Alabama in a minute, but
Okay.
all over the country, what impressed you the most, surprised you the most? What's your impressions from that?
So many things. I mean, we just find these little hidden walls. The food, for a start. I've never had food this well seasoned, this cheap.
Really?
I mean,
You
I
like-
was living in Washington State for 11
Oh,
years.
yeah,
and so
that's expensive.
Everything seems expensive up there. So down here, it just seems like maybe a third of the price. So food, the people, the little hole-in-the-wall places to see
Aren't
and
they
do. And
Those are the
amazing?
best.
yeah, and just like even like you said, that was center of Alabama, like that big marble slab, and I don't know, we just like the off the beaten path.
Isn't
things
it? It
the
is.
most.
That's neat. And
Yeah.
you actually have experienced. Y'all have experienced something. People who've lived here all their whole lives don't even know exists. It's amazing. Really.
Yeah.
Now, where have you had the best kangaroo? I mean, do what?
I had it once in Alabama.
You did not.
In
No.
Dothan, Alabama, there was a place called, I think it was KT's Tavern.
And
something
they
like
had
that.
kangaroo.
They had kangaroo burritos. It was like a brunch special.
Was it
I
any good?
turned up and I had it. Honestly, it could have been pulled pork.
Right.
Like when I was eating,
You
I was
couldn't
like,
tell
is
any
it
difference from-
kangaroo? Like, I mean, I'm sure it was, but yeah, it tastes
Kind of like our Chinese restaurants over here. You don't.
Yeah.
You want me to go? You want me to go
Yeah.
there? Is it a cat? Is it a dog?
exactly.
That stray cat that went and you haven't seen in a few days.
Well, I got to tell you, if it is cat,
Yes.
I love cat. Bring it on.
I know, right? You almost don't want to say
Bring
that.
it on because it's
That is-
delicious.
One thing about Alabama, we will season it up, grease it up, and fry it up.
Yeah, that's what I've learned.
And that, look,
I
you
can't
better
get onto
girl.
the gizzards, the livers,
No.
and what was something? The chitlins.
Now, did you try chitlins?
No, I was going. I had every intention of trying them, and then when I smelt it, I was like, "There's no way."
Look,
That's
not
kind of
like
like
bad
when I went to
bread.
England, I couldn't wait to try kidney pie. And the minute I broke the crust and smelled that urine smell,
Yeah, no.
I said, I'm not good. I'm good. This is close.
No.
And that's the way chitlins are to me. I've lived here all my life and I've tried them and I don't really like them. It's a personal thing. I think you
Yeah.
have to grow up with that. That's
I
something
agree.
you can't, I don't know that you can acquire that taste.
No.
well, I tell you what, I
It's like
couldn't
pickled
acquire.
pig's feet.
It
Yeah,
was an
no.
accident. A girl that was Student Government Association. They went to Australia,
Yeah.
and they were there for like 2 weeks. And she came back and she brought us some goodies.
Ooh,
And
Vegemite.
she said, "Try this Vegemite," and gave us these little cracker wafer things.
Yeah.
And we opened up the Vegemite, and I was like, "No." And they
Oh.
were making me. They said, we're on air. You got to do it." So I
Yeah.
tried it, and I had to smile through it. I'm so sorry,
I
but I
really
did.
wish I bought some because
Oh, I couldn't eat it. It was. I was like,
Do you like Vegemite?
addicted. Like
We
I have
grew
it
up-
every day.
really?
Do you really?
But-
Y'all like Vegemite sandwiches
Maybe I
or
just
what?
didn't have a good
I'll
Vegemite.
be damned.
Vegemite and cheese.
It's what?
Grilled.
Yes.
Vegemite and cheese grilled
I wish
Like
I'd
a grilled
brought some
cheese with
today.
Vegemite and cheese?
underneath.
Yeah.
What kind of cheese is that? Does it matter? Like
Doesn't matter.
No.
cheddar or just anything?
And we do, well, we've been doing Swiss cheese, had it yesterday for
Now,
lunch.
somebody
Where
told
do
me
you
the
get it?
secret to it is you do just a
bring
thin.
Yes,
dip.
that's
I think
why-
we do too much. I think we think it's like peanut butter.
No,
Or
no,
And
no.
we put a
Nutella,
big old,
exactly.
like
No,
Nutella,
no.
yeah.
No, I wish I'd brought some today
Very
because I would
lightly
show you.
done.
Real-
Thin.
just
that
real
might be
light.
It's a
fine.
work of art. It's like you put a piece of toast, butter, and then a scraping of it.
Just
And that
a
is a scrape.
smear, just a
It's like
slight.
almost like a stock cube.
I took a.
I'll
know
be
what I mean?
danged.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah,
we were
mistakes were
brought up
made.
on it.
Help me.
Oh, okay.
From the moment we were old enough to eat, we
Yeah.
were given Vegemite. And it's
Okay.
full of vitamin B.
Yeah, it's supposed to be. Is it made from vegetables and mushrooms
It's like
or
a
something?
yeast
Yeah,
spread.
it's a
It
yeast.
sounds disgusting.
that's right,
But
yeah.
I think it was sent to the soldiers in the war.
It was. I did
Yeah.
read that. I did
Oh, is
read
that right?
Yeah.
That was to give them their nutrition they needed.
Exactly.
I'll be
And
there from home.
brought it.
Whenever someone comes from Australia, I'm like, I have supplies. It's like Australian chocolate, Vegemite.
I will say she brought some kind of
Oh.
chocolate cookie wafer
Was
type
it a
thing.
Tim Tam?
I think it was.
Yeah.
Now that was good. I liked
was
that.
good.
That was
But yeah,
really
the
good.
Australian
it was a
Cadbury's
Tim Tam.
chocolate.
That's what it's called.
Okay,
That's where it's at.
You've got me wanting because I love grilled cheese.
Well, I
Yeah.
said I would never
I'm
eat
gonna
pimento
make you
cheese,
one.
and I ended up trying it by accident and loved it. So
Yeah.
Well, all right. What has been the in Alabama? What has been one of the most intriguing or interesting things that surprised you? Maybe did you?
When
Is
we
it the
went
food or?
when we went to New Year's Day.
Oh, lunch.
Lunch.
I don't know if you saw the video. We had gone to this hole in the wall, and I'm talking. So I did a Yui, went back, and I saw this little sign. It said, Mrs. Jackson's Kitchen. And I was like, we just had lunch. And I was like, we still got to get something.
Gotta
you know
do
what I mean?
it.
These little
Yeah.
hole in the wall places, we have to. So anyway, we got up there, and this lady got out of her car, and she's like, oh, like, this is like a hole in the wall. You got to try it. And then she said tomorrow, like it was New Year's Eve, and she's like, tomorrow we're having a lunch, just my family, come along. Like it's a tradition. We have to have black-eyed peas, collard
Was this
greens.
New Year's?
This is, it's a New Year's Day. So we like, okay, give us your address. We made an Australian dessert. So we made this huge pavlova and took it along, and we had the best time ever.
Oh, that's
With
wonderful.
strangers, I did see the caption. I didn't have a chance to watch the video, but it's like,
strangers.
who else has a New Year's Day with strangers? Yeah.
And they literally welcomed us, and it was the best experience.
Did you
We
like
felt
the
like
black eyed
we were
peas
family.
and the
Oh,
collards?
loved everything but the. I just refused to have that
Chitlin thing.
Yeah, everything
Okay.
but the chitlins.
Everything else was on point.
That's, of course, I grew up with black-eyed peas and
Yeah.
We love them.
Southern style, and we have to have them on New Year's Day, or you will not have good luck all year. That's the thing.
That's what I heard.
They usually have. Did they have hog jowl in it? You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did.
You
and I
gotta
wasn't
you
sure
gotta
what
cook
else.
it
I
with a
started to
hog
pick
jowl.
a little bit off it, and then I was like,
It's just pork. I mean,
Okay.
but it's
That's what I
good.
thought.
I don't know that if it is the jowl. I don't know, but I know it's something from the.
I don't know.
Like-
Something.
No.
Let's
a lot of fat in it.
Don't tell me. I don't want to know.
Yeah, I know. Well, it's like you go to.
Mom was like,
I've actually had cultural problems with my own state because the state's so different, as you found that it's so different from extreme North Alabama to South Alabama, the central state. So that I grew up in Birmingham pretty much. So it was fairly utopian, and then I mean not utopian, but it was city like.
Yeah.
So then I ended up taking jobs at radio stations in like Selma, Alabama.
Oh yeah.
And oh my God, they had a big festival one day in Selma, and it was pickled pig's feet and hoop cheese. And everyone came to this place just to eat pickled pig's feet and cheese. And it was just, I don't know if they still do it. This was back in the 70s.
I would
But
go.
I'd never had, the cheese was great, but I'd never had pickled pig's feet before.
Can't say I've had that before.
And
Well,
can't
it's-
say I really.
An
Well,
experience.
It's an experience.
I haven't had it
No,
because that
thank
doesn't even
you.
sound like something I'd want. What is one thing that you tried here that you did have to smile through it? That you
Yeah,
were
you
like,
didn't like.
Somebody
But
said,
that's-
"Oh,
yeah,
you
you're right.
are."
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't
You're right.
even smile through it. I'm just like,
I
So
drink
you have to do
unsweet
the
tea.
unsweet tea, or just don't like it
I
at all.
don't like.
No.
Cold
You don't like
is
tea or
weird.
tea?
Don't like. Mum's a tea drinker,
I
but
love
hot
tea,
tea.
but I
teas.
find the sweet
Hot
tea
tea or
sweet.
cold tea?
Hot tea, I
Yeah.
love.
Now,
See,
we-
South, where iced tea is like blood in
Yeah.
our
Oh,
veins.
that's what we've
Every
discovered.
place you
Sweeter
go,
the better.
you get sweet tea or unsweet tea
Yeah.
if you don't get anything else.
Yeah.
It's just in your veins.
Now, I will say, hot tea is something that my daughter actually turned me on to that, my middle
Oh.
kid, trying some different teas,
Yeah.
ginger tea and some other stuff.
I love Earl Grey.
And
Oh, that's
get
very.
that
I
stuff,
love
put a
Earl
little,
Grey.
put just a little lemon and a little honey in there, like you got to get local honey, but put the
Yeah.
honey in there, stir it up in there, and it is the best, especially when it's cold outside. I have to admit, I do like a hot tea.
Yes.
I don't drink it as much, but there are places that actually that's what they will have
Yeah.
little tea houses like that you can get the hot teas like
Yeah,
that.
in Australia, it tends to be you have a tea bag and then you like let it, what's the word, steep or whatever,
Steep.
and then you add milk.
Oh,
So
yeah, you do
yeah.
milk in your
So
tea.
it's almost like people have a coffee or tea, and when you walk into someone's house, they're straight away like, "Do you want a coffee or a tea?" It's like just the thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like in England, you brew you
Exactly.
a cup, and
Yeah,
it's a
and
cup of
normally
tea.
it's the
It's,
milk.
Yeah,
Exactly.
milk is, coffee, you have to ask for that. You say, I want a
Exactly.
cuppa, you're getting tea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
It's good.
But now,
yeah.
what in Australia, what have you missed from home?
Obviously, Mum.
Yeah.
That's a
Back
long
to
way,
the
isn't
Monday.
it? Do you miss
Yeah.
her being up here
I
too?
do so much. I try and get here twice a year.
Good. Can you stay for a little while when you
Only
come?
90 days.
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
Oh,
Good. 3
heck
months. Good.
yeah.
Good.
That's a good visit.
That helps a lot.
Yeah.
Do you cry when she goes?
Oh, it's
yeah,
terrible.
boo-hoo, terrible. Yeah.
Terrible.
I
Do you ever get
did
to
that
go
with my
home?
sister.
You know, the last time I went home, I think was 2017, 2018 over Christmas, but I have a cat. So I
A cat?
know it sounds ridiculous.
Yeah. No,
They said,
no.
you know,
I listen. I can go for almost a week because she's okay for. I got a little feeder and all that.
That's what I do.
But I can't go anywhere for more than a week, or my cat's.
It's exactly
Yeah.
the same.
and I've like cameras
Well,
on
if you
her
ever
and-
want to go home, I'll watch your cat for you.
Oh,
I'd happily do that.
You
'cause
sound like a
I
cat
got-
person.
I am. Well, I was always a dog person.
Yeah.
And by the way, tell everybody why Three Dog Night named their band Three Dog Night, because in Australia, that's how cold it is. It's either a 1 dog night if it's just chilly, a 2 dog night if it's really cold, and 3 dog night is a cold night. You got to have
That's
3
awesome.
dogs around you to stay
Yeah.
warm. But yeah,
I like that.
I rescued a cat and it won my heart.
That was
And-
me, my little cat America. That's
Did
her
you
name.
really?
Yeah.
Your cat's
Did
America?
you?
Yeah, I got her in Southern Oregon.
Well,
I
I'm
think
gonna
it was
go
on
home and change-
Thanksgiving, and yeah.
I'm gonna change my cat's name to Australia then. How's
I
that?
did have another cat after that, and I was like, shall I call it Australia? And then I was like, that sounds weird. And then I went with Sydney.
That's Sydney.
I like it.
That's
I
a
like
perfect
it.
name.
Yeah.
Well, so you don't get to go home. Do you miss what do you miss from Australia other
So,
than
I
you
mean,
know
I miss
your
the
mom?
food. I miss
What food is not here that
probably
you have? What do you
more
use?
bakery items like meat pies, like a little meat pies. You'll go in
Oh.
and just grab one and
Vanilla slice.
vanilla slice, lamingtons.
What is
Now
a
wait a
vanilla
minute. Explain
slice?
what these
It's
are.
Yeah, tell 'em what
I
they
guess
are.
it's like little thin slices of flaky pastry with like custard in the middle
In
with like
between.
vanilla
And an icing
icing on
on
top.
Oh, that sounds
No,
phenomenal.
it's really
It
good.
is.
And you
Like
can't get that here anywhere.
Got our
Nobody does
interest
that.
that.
going.
Never seen it.
Yeah.
We'll probably make it, but lamingtons are like sponge cake dipped in chocolate with coconut on it. And
Oh my
sometimes it has
God, why
like
don't we
jam
have
in
this?
the
I am
middle.
down
Jam in
for
the
that.
middle.
Why don't
Jam
we
in the
have
middle.
this
I like
here?
coconut.
I don't know.
Y'all, you need to open up an Australian bake shop.
Bakery. Yeah.
Yes.
I bet you'd make a
And
fortune.
definitely Australian coffee. That is unique.
Which is Australian coffee?
What's the
Now,
difference?
what's the difference?
Well, here everything seems really heavily sweetened, so I guess we don't have as many like flavors and that. I don't know. The coffee just seems. I mean, I make my own at home, so I can
grind
make
it, yeah.
You'd have a cappuccino in Melbourne, which is a coffee capital.
Right. So it's the stronger cappuccino style.
Yeah.
No, but it's frothy on the top, and they always put chocolate on the top,
Like a little
A
sprinkle.
little
Just a-
dusting of
Yeah.
cocoa. Yeah.
Okay.
Do they foam it up? Is that
Yeah.
what it is?
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
yeah. I've got
Yeah.
one of those foamers. I love that,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I've never. I've got to go to Australia.
You would love it. It's beautiful.
I
But you
could
have
eat my
to-
way through Australia.
You have to spend quite a while there because we live around the coast.
Yeah.
In America,
You're
you live
south. You're
everywhere.
down there
Yeah.
near Melbourne.
But we just
Yeah.
live around the coast because
It's like desert in the middle.
Yes,
That's true. Yeah, they got that.
but you've got to come.
And it's so like
I'd
you know
love to
here
see-
it's like
Perth,
20 minutes and you could be in
Melbourne.
another state. I mean, literally from where I live, it's like 20 minutes to Florida, 20 minutes to Georgia.
Right. You
But
go.
there's only
you-
seven
Then,
states.
right? Is that where you live
I'm
now?
just north of that in Headland.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's a cute little
That-
town.
How in the world did you find
I know,
Headland,
of all the
Alabama?
places.
Wait, of all the you came to the United States, you landed in Alabama, and then you landed in a little bitty town like that. How
Okay,
did that
it's
even
a little
happen?
more.
Yeah,
It's a little longer than that. So I-
because you came to on the West Coast. You were up in the
Yes.
northwest, right?
Washington.
Washington
Yeah.
State.
So I landed in Portland, Oregon, and then I was living in Washington State for 11 years, and then I had a friend up there who was originally from Dothan, and she had a son, Ashley, and so she moved back. She said, "I need to be with family. My son's like 11 years old now," and she said, "Come visit. I just bought a house. I got a spare bedroom." So that's when I did my road trip. Because I couldn't just drive in the car because I had my cat.
Right.
And I was like, well, how can I get out? It's the middle of summer. I can't put her in a backpack and drag her around. And this cat, you drop a pin, she hits the roof. So I was like, I need to buy this little camper so if I like go explore a little town and can like leave her there with the
And took the
aircon
cat
on.
with you.
So yeah, I couldn't leave the cat. And yeah, so I got to Dothan. And okay, this is what she told me Dothan was like. Please come visit. It's such a cute town. There's no traffic lights. There's one stop sign. And then I don't know if you've been to Dothan.
Oh, there's a lot. That's terrible
It's
traffic.
just a ring of like traffic.
Right.
And I
It's the
get
truth.
there and I'm like, called her up and I said, you gave me the wrong brochure. I'm at your house and I think we're in the ghetto. It was literally in the
We're in
hood.
the ghetto.
And I was like, this is not what he said. And she's like, where I was born was Newton, which was like maybe 20 minutes up the road. And I was like, yeah, this is
That's
not
different, though.
This is
That's
different.
funny.
So-
Well, I had a friend that she married a British guy, and his mom and dad came to visit her in Birmingham, and they said, "This is our second time to Alabama. The first time we went to that town down in South Alabama called Dothan." I said, "Dothan? Yeah, D-O-T-A. Oh, Dothan?
Yeah.
They go, Dothan?
Sometimes I do hear it pronounced like Dothan or something. And normally it's me that's mispronouncing everything. And I'm like constantly getting like Yeah, in the comments. It's Goshen, not Goshen. And like if we've never heard it pronounced before, it's like you just,
Right.
as you read it.
It's like,
Yeah.
who would know how to pronounce Silicaga?
Oh,
you know, or
right.
No,
things,
still
all these
can't.
Indian
Yeah.
names
Yeah,
and
still
stuff.
can't.
Exactly.
You know, there's an old joke where the guy is a traveling salesman from up north, and he's going through Alabama, and he's going through all these crazy towns, and he goes into Silicaga, and he pulls over to a restaurant and goes in, and the girl says, "Can I help you?" And he says, "Yeah, I want a milkshake and a burger and whatever." He said, "By the way, how do you pronounce this place?" And she goes, "Dairy Queen."
Boom, boom.
I'll be here all week.
Yeah. Try the steak.
Yeah. Try the veal. So what have you got planned to continue on? Are you still staying in the state with your mom here this
I
time?
bought
or
a house here. I'm like stuck.
You'll go
here for
anywhere you
life.
want to go?
Yeah, so I'm like literally middle of nowhere. Cotton field backyard, peanut field in my front yard.
Love it.
And it's just like a little piece of heaven. Like get home and I'm in my little bubble. I've got no neighbours. I got one that just moved in, but we don't speak, which I like. I'm just like,
But
I like my bubble.
you got your cat.
I got my cat. That's all I
You
need.
got America.
Lord,
Yeah.
she's the cat lady.
I'm the cat crazy.
Do you
cat
enjoy
lady.
that? Do you like your solitude?
I do.
Because you're very gregarious. You're great on your videos. You're
Yeah.
so easy to talk to. So you seem like a people person.
I
But a
am.
lot of people that love being around also love their
Yes.
break time, their
Their
solitude
solitude.
time.
I
So
know. I feel
are you
like
that way?
I feel like I am a definition of an introvert. Like I like my own space to recharge my
You're an
energy.
extroverted introvert.
Yes,
Yeah.
I feel like I'm a contradiction. But yeah, like I love being here, and I've got I'm looking forward to Mum coming and
Yeah.
exploring more. And
I'm
For 3
leaving
months.
on
Yeah.
Monday.
Now, do you have any siblings? Do you have any other
I've got a
children?
brother, so he has to. No, this gets even crazier. He had to come home from overseas to look after Mum's cat. Yes.
Oh, is that right? Who's taking care of her
So
cat?
that's why they can't come at the same time because someone has to look after the cat.
So
Yeah.
he was
That is
overseas.
funny.
And then, come home, I'm leaving on this day.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
So I'm
And
trying
he
to
has
get
to
her to
keep the
come
cat
back.
for 3 months at a
Yes,
time.
and
Yeah.
the cat's depressed.
Oh,
Yes, because Mum's
she's
gone.
He.
She. and
What's her
she-
name?
Mika, and she's very meek.
Is
and,
she?
Yeah, very meek, and she's not at all happy with.
No, she doesn't like it when you leave her for a
No.
while.
No.
What's her name? Amanda?
Mika.
Mika.
Oh, that's
Where'd that
that's
come
her
from?
name.
That's me.
Oh yeah, she named the cat after you.
No, no, Bill. Who's on first, Bill? So I did read this that you're doing these videos and they caught fire, and I know you probably had no idea that was going to happen.
I know.
The amount of followers that you have on your social media, it's like I wrote it down in here somewhere where you have like 93,000 people on your TikTok,
Unbelievable.
29,000 on your Facebook, but you have 1.9 million likes
Oh, wow.
combined on everything that you have.
wow.
Yeah.
And fun fact, I only started Facebook maybe 3 months ago.
Really?
I had never posted on it. And then I went to one business, I think it was Chef Kim's, and she said, is there any way you can post this on Facebook? Because we're not able to, like, for some reason we can't
Get
post or it can't-
TikTok or whatever.
Yeah, from TikTok. So I said, oh, okay. So I went up on there and then I was just, might as well just keep putting them on. So I try to, like, upload the ones that I've done. And, yeah, so that's only a new
amazing.
thing.
Yeah.
Can you do that? Can you just do one on your TikTok, copy it, and then put it on?
Yeah,
So you,
I'm sure there's some. I'm not that tech savvy, so it sort of saves a copy to my phone, and then I upload it to Facebook because then it's got all the captions and the
Right,
everything
you already
over
has
it.
it all
now,
there.
do you do a
Yeah.
lot of editing?
It's so time. I feel like something's wrong with me. Like everyone else could probably make a video in an hour, and
No.
it takes me like 5 hours or something. It's just like
I'm the
constantly
same
like.
way.
Yeah, I'm so
I do.
slow.
I can do it, but I'm slow,
Yeah.
and it seems
It's
hard to me.
time-consuming.
Like Baden knocks stuff out. That
Well,
he can
we try.
edit so quick, and
Yesterday, we wanted to do a 1 minute TikTok. It was like
Yeah.
what you called a short.
Right.
Because Taylor was like, we got to do one. We got to get some more people on YouTube. And so we were doing like a YouTube short or whatever.
Yeah.
So it was just a minute long. That's all we could do. It could be more than a minute. 30 minutes later, I kept going, now what am I supposed to say again? What am I doing? I mean, it was so, and then Taylor would say something. She'd like, wait, was that right? I mean, it just like, stop, rewind, start over.
Mum, who does this remind you of? Us in the car yesterday. Okay, so Baden's like, just make this quick little thing.
Yeah.
What, it'll take 15 seconds to read.
It was perfect.
I'm not even kidding. We sat in the car for half an hour. And
Right.
then I was like, I'd mess up the name or something. And then Mum's like, live stream it on like the radio. And I'm like, no, it's like Facebook. Like we just kept doing it over and over.
It was hysterical.
In the end, we were getting gas. And I said, let's just try it one more time. And then maybe another 10
that one
times we got
works.
it. Yeah.
It was
Or it's gonna
perfect. I
work
saw
whether-
it. It
And then
was
I said to
great.
her, I'm like, I'm sorry, but this is the best we got.
I love it.
And if you knew what went behind the scenes of that, it was crazy. Yeah.
Now, see, you need to save those and do an outtake,
Oh.
bloopers reel.
It'd be like an hour of outtakes. It's like my brain can't think, like remember the things. I literally said I could never be an actress because I'm be like
me
Can't
either.
deer in
remember.
the headlights.
I'd be
Yeah.
like, what was that again? You'd have
Yeah.
to have the big
I'd have
cards
to-
for me
yeah.
to read off of. I had to be kind of.
And that's what I'm doing. I then had Mum's phone. I took a screenshot of the text and I was like, but then it was like,
Oh,
and I was like,
yeah.
oh, that looks even worse. Yeah.
It's hard to read. Yeah, you can't do a teleprompter thing if it's.
Yeah.
Now, your accent, of course, I know you get asked all the time if you're where you're from or if you're from. How many people think you're from England or from Britain?
It's Irish or, yeah,
New Zealand.
New Zealand or probably England. But I'm surprised at the amount of people that say
Anybody
Ireland and I'm
say
like, no.
Anybody say New Zealand?
Yes.
Really?
And then we're
Great.
automatically like,
Yeah.
You're
That's
like, no,
funny.
not New Zealand.
You know, it's amazing that I think, to me, the Australian accent is so unique of
It
itself.
is.
Nobody, to me,
Yeah.
it seems instantly recognizable. But I know there's a lot of people. But my problem is when my buddy, my friend from Australia, he was a tall, good-looking guy and real athletic, and I was a nerd, and so but we were best friends. So the girls would love him. Would go. The girls would just flock to him. So I tried to talk Australian so they'd flock to me too.
didn't work.
No, everybody thought I was a leprechaun. When I tried to talk Australian, I sounded like I was an Irish leprechaun. It was the stupidest, and that really made me look dumb. So,
That's us doing an
hilarious.
American accent.
Yes.
It just morphs into Italian, or we just can't do it, and we just
yeah.
look crazy.
Now, if you went home, would everybody back in Australia think you got a weird accent now? Did you Southernize
No,
you?
I didn't. I mean, do I sound Southern at all?
No.
When I speak to everyone back home, they're like, "You sound more Australian than ever."
Oh, good.
And I'm like, I don't know how. yeah.
now.
Yeah.
I
it's
love
weird.
it. Well, see, I think that's great because this friend of mine that's from England sounds like she just got off the plane yesterday.
yeah.
And she's been living here 30 years.
That's what I say. I just got off the boat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. So
crazy.
I guess that's good. I'm glad you keep your Australian heritage
Yeah.
tight.
I
love it.
But that's what fascinates us. And I'm glad to know that
We didn't know that.
Yeah, you don't?
No,
No,
don't
we've
know
heard
just
things
why.
since we've been here. Like everyone's like, "I'm glad you're like making Alabama look good," and we're like,
Yeah.
"Why isn't it good? It's
Because they think
beautiful."
we're a bunch of rednecks down here.
yeah,
Yeah.
we've never
Bunch
thought
of-
that.
Like have you what Andy Griffith is? Have you seen that
Yeah,
TV
is
show?
that-
Yeah.
Where he's the sheriff and it's like
Mayberry.
the darlings
Yes.
come down from the mountain. That's what they think we
Ding,
are.
Well,
you know.
Ding, ding.
We
down
had a
here.
lady move in, our family move in next to us years ago, and she came from, I think, Michigan, and all her friends told her to bring her own water because there was you couldn't drink the water down here. They said, does your husband own a gun? And she said, well, yeah, I think he's got a gun. Good, because the alligators will get you on your front porch. She said, and by the way, nobody down there wears shoes.
Where did that
Australia.
come from?
No one wears shoes there.
Yeah, but they have a right to.
about
They have a
Australia.
right not to wear shoes. They got a great place to be. And you know what? So I'm fascinated by Aboriginal culture and
Yeah,
and
it's
history. I just think they're the most fascinating human beings in the world as far as their culture and stuff. And they were, like the Native
Yeah.
Americans, they were so denigrated
Yeah.
and
Yes.
treated so bad. But they're,
Very sad.
things gotten better.
And the didgeridoos. I mean, they're so talented to play
I
those.
know, God, they can do that.
And the boomerangs.
Breathing and the boom.
Yeah.
Yeah, the didgeridoo is amazing. I don't know that I really appreciate a lot of it any length of time. I love it in songs and stuff, but
Yeah.
just to sit there and listen to them do the didgeridoo, it gets
It's amazing.
Yeah, it is amazing.
I've
They do the
tried it.
circle breathing.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know how you never take a breath. You just continually.
Yeah,
And they're like you
remarkable.
said, their culture is fascinating.
it is.
Now, Speaking of culture, since you've been traveling around, have you gone out in the woods much in Alabama? Have you been out in the forest, woodsy areas?
Yes.
Have you had a problem being attacked by a drop possum?
No, we've got drop bears.
No drop possums
yet.
Okay, you got to watch out for the drop possums.
We did drive over. I mean, we didn't hit it, but we drove over a skunk, and that was Mum's first time. Like, what is that smell?
Smells like my ex-wife.
Bill Lawson.
Well, that's not nice, is it?
Yeah, it's pretty
It
nasty.
wasn't that bad, Bill.
Oh, yeah. Oh, give me 5. I love this
That
one.
was funny.
You know, for people that don't know, there's a in Australia there's the drop bear.
Yes.
Yes.
And the drop bear is a marsupial. They claim it looks a lot like a koala.
With
and
fangs.
It'll come down and eat you in the minute.
What in the world?
Yeah, it's called the drop bear.
And
It doesn't
it
exist.
only attacks tourists.
It's
though.
like a snipe. You know, it doesn't exist.
Oh, it's like
Right.
Bigfoot then.
Yeah, well, no, Bigfoot exists.
It's like
But anyway,
it's like
this,
the evil version of the koala.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
It's
so
a fake
since
thing.
our only really big marsupial here is the
I
pine.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
And I will say, I noticed one thing about your videos and what you do. You really encourage everybody, everywhere you go, to shop local
I do.
and
Yeah, that's
to,
great.
really, do business locally, shop
Yeah.
locally, and things like that. Eat here, it's local. Shop here, it's local.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that, especially small towns like this, we have to do that to
Exactly.
stay relevant. to thrive. We
Yeah.
have to have.
Well, the big box stores can destroy a little
Right.
store.
Oh,
You know,
in a heartbeat.
you got your Walmarts and your Home Depots and stuff, and
Yeah.
they're great. I love them, but they can come into a area that's all the local hardware stores,
Yeah.
the local they're gone. They're done.
Take it out.
And that's really a shame because I think the local merchants is what makes a town give it its character. And you're going to
for real.
homogenize every town if you just everybody goes to Walmart, everybody goes to
Yeah.
you lose that.
Exactly.
That's one thing I've noticed is the little towns, which I absolutely adore, but a lot of them are dead. And those beautiful old shops and
Yeah.
It's just rotting away.
yeah.
It's really sad. But what we did for Christmas was, we both don't need anything. Mum's going back to Australia, you know what I mean? You can't
Right.
take a lot. But so instead of buying a present, we actually went to the Humane Society thrift store and we had to buy each other something. So it could be the most ridiculous thing or it could be something good. Well, that was like what we
But
did.
you were supporting the Humane
Yeah.
Society. That's awesome.
So we sort of
I
put a
love
little
that.
spotlight on that as well. And then we actually got some good things. I got this beautiful little dish with a bird on the top and, I got
And
my
I got
jigsaw.
a jigsaw.
Yeah.
We're gonna try doing the thrift giving next year. I think
Yeah.
instead of
And it was
buying
fun.
something new, you go to one of the thrift stores,
Yeah.
and it can be new from the thrift store, but it
Yeah.
has to come from the thrift store, or it
Exactly.
has to be handmade. Now my
Yeah.
daughter does a lot of handmade stuff, and we like that. But
Aw.
I think that's a great idea. I think
was
you
fun.
promoting that just makes it even better.
And we do. And if I have a bad experience, I just don't do a video of it. Like,
Right.
for one, I'm just not going to waste 5 hours of my time, making a video. And for two, I would never want to bring
Negative.
bad
Negativity.
ever. If it's
I'm with
not
you
good,
on that.
don't say
I've
anything.
always believed
Yeah.
if it's bad, don't talk about it.
If I got nothing nice to say,
Right.
don't say
If you have nothing nice to say, don't say
Exactly.
anything at all.
I'll be honest about, if I don't like something. Yesterday I posted a video. We went to this amazing little restaurant in Dothan Airport. And
I've eaten there.
it was
Is it not
so-
great?
it was incredible.
Oh my God. I walked
Amazing.
in. I
Southern food.
consult a little radio station down there in Dothan, so I
Yeah.
go a couple of times a year. I walked in and this girl said, "Dollar Bill." She was from up here and her
you told that
dad
story.
owns that restaurant. And she
Isn't that
was
neat?
working the restaurant
Yeah.
and we walked in to eat. And you're right. It's in the middle
Incredible.
of an airport. It's the most bizarre thing to walk into a little airport.
Yeah.
It's pretty deserted because Dothan
Very
doesn't have
Right.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One Delta counter is about all they
Exactly.
got. But then there's all
Explain
these chairs and tables and a
Yeah.
restaurant in the middle of the walkway. I mean, it's like,
It was amazing.
isn't it? And the food is
The
delicious.
food was amazing.
is
But yeah, I had the
absolutely amazing.
pink lemonade, and it was just like drinking pure sugar.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm honest about the food, but
Oh, that's
if
great.
it's anything negative, like someone's rude to us
Oh,
or
listen,
staff, or we're just
Yeah.
forget it.
I think people appreciate when you talk honestly
Yeah.
about things you don't like and why.
Yeah.
I can certainly understand the pink lemonade if it's just 90% glucose and 1% flavoring.
Yeah.
Why you would say that is way too sweet, because that'd be too
Yeah.
sweet for me. I like that because you're telling honestly how you feel about it.
Right.
You're not denigrating anybody.
No,
You're not,
half the time it's just my own personal taste.
right, and
know
you're
what I
not
mean?
saying don't eat at this place because their lemonade's too sweet.
Exactly.
You know, but
Yeah.
I think that's great, and you know,
Yeah.
it makes people proud, and I think it's when you present mostly positive things in the
Yeah.
world, I think it draws more positivity and it makes everybody feel
does.
better.
Yeah.
I really do. I think because we all get hammered in our lives by so much negativity
Yes, we do.
from everywhere
Yeah.
that it's nice to see these little oases. I think that's one of the reasons you're so bright and happy and you talk about so positive about things. That is a relief.
Yeah.
I mean, people are drawn to that. So thank you for
Oh,
doing that,
thank
because I
you.
think y'all are both wonderful.
Yeah.
You really are. You're both wonderful.
But when I arrived here, we went to Walmart, and people were coming up to Amanda saying, "Oh, I love your videos," and I'm going,
How do they know you? I was like, this is
and
how
this
do they
went
know
on and
you?
on.
Look at this. Wait a minute.
I'm going, what's going on?
People know
Isn't
you.
that neat?
And then they started on me.
We love you, Mom. That is awesome. I love the fact that when you watch your videos, you're bringing attention to stuff like Bill said earlier that we don't even know about and we live
Yeah.
here. But you've gone to some places I've never heard of. Hot Coffee, Mississippi.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. That was a whole
Burnt
lot.
Corn, Alabama.
Yeah.
I've been to Burnt Corn.
Burnt corn, yes.
Yeah.
Wicksburg, I've never heard of that. Brundage, I've never heard of
Yeah.
that. And
Oh,
these are all
chicken.
Alabama little. That was two Alabama places I've never heard of. I've been here my whole life
Yeah,
and didn't
there's
know
so many
those
whole.
things.
What we love is that before the videos even existed, these were our experiences. So if we just went to Burnt Corn and just chatted to two random guys on the side of the road, that's what we did. It's not like we're doing anything different for a video. It's like these are our interactions. So it's sort of cool that I'm now showing the experiences we have. It's not just about the food. It's mainly like the experience.
About you being
our
on the road and
visits.
visiting
Yeah.
people and meeting
Yeah.
folks. And
That's what
Now-
we love the most.
how many of your videos have you gone to places and it was so bad you didn't air the video? Have there been many of them or just a few?
I
or-
would say maybe 3.
That's it?
And not because it was a bad experience, just maybe like the food was like
Terrible.
I would never buy it again. Like I would have
Yeah.
nothing nice to say about it. Like I'd be
Yeah.
like,
Oh,
it's
listen,
hot.
I've eaten.
Yeah.
I've eaten at
Cannibal.
places that I would never go back to, and you don't want to trash them, but you don't want to promote it either because
No.
you don't want to lie and say that was delicious, and people go and go, what?
Exactly.
What was that talking
Exactly. And one was awkward because this guy had actually sent me a message and he's like, we just opened this like restaurant. I'd love you to come. And we just happened to be going by one day, and it was like a Sunday or something. And nothing's open on a Sunday or a Monday. That's what I've
Right.
noticed. So I was like, oh, this is open. Let's just like go in. And so we just went in. The guy the manager wasn't working, but then obviously the other guy sort of recognized us, and we ate it. And then afterwards, I was like, that was like awful.
It was,
Like,
it was awful.
I don't know what to say.
remember it.
This is so bad. So anyway, the guy's like, oh, I hope you loved it. And I had to be honest, and I said, I'm so sorry. Like it just.
I didn't like
I
it.
didn't enjoy it. It had like no flavor when he was like, "Oh, I'm sorry," like blah blah blah. But then, no video. Awkward. But yeah, I
it
wouldn't
is
want to
awkward.
say anything awful
Because
about
that's
it.
right. You don't want to be negative.
And then I wouldn't want you to go and be like, "Oh, she said this place
this
is
is
great,"
really good.
and then get there and be like, "Oh,
now I
listen
don't
to
trust
her
anything.
anymore. I'm not
Now I don't
watching
trust
anything
anything
she
she said. Of course, I'm going to hold you to the Vegemite.
oh yeah, I'm gonna bring you some."
Yes.
I am going to ask you about one place because this is
Okay.
kind of a staple in the Birmingham-ish area. When I say this restaurant, everybody out there is going to know
Knows
what
what
I'm
you're
talking
talking
about.
about.
Bright Star.
Oh,
Did you like Bright Star?
I've been twice, and the next time I was like, I've got to take Mum because I knew when she was coming, I was like, she's gonna love the history. The first time, it was so amazing because the owner of the place, I think his name is Nicky.
Nikki
Okay.
Koikos. The Koikos brothers ran it, and one died.
Yeah.
Nikki now is retired, but
So what impressed me was we're just sitting there. My friend and I, she'd come from Washington State, and we're just sitting there eating lunch. And he came by and he's like, "Is everything good?" And we're like, "It's great." Then we see him like bussing all the tables, and like there was no job too small for him.
Right.
And then someone else came by, and they were like, "Oh, that was the owner or whatever." And we're like, "That's the owner? Like
yeah,
he's just
bussing tables.
He's doing everything."
Yeah, right.
And I was like, that makes a great restaurant.
That's the oldest restaurant, continuous run restaurant in the state of Alabama. It's one of the oldest in the South.
1907?
Yeah, and my
And the food.
mother.
And you remember that too. I love that because
Yeah.
like some of this stuff sticks with you. And
My
Yeah.
mother grew up. My mother would have been 100 years old. She passed away, but she'd been 100 years old. That was her favorite restaurant.
Yeah.
She grew up in Bessemer, so that was her childhood restaurant back in the 20s and 30s,
Isn't that
and it
amazing?
was already, 30 years old then.
Yeah. And the food
but
was
it's a
amazing.
great restaurant, and it's it's a great. And you saw
It's
the
a gem.
murals on the wall.
Oh, yeah.
An Italian
Neat.
that was broke.
Yeah.
He had no
Yeah.
money. He would paint murals for free food.
Oh, isn't that amazing?
I love the
you need a
back
water?
history. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, and
This
just
is-
the food was good.
This
and
we
the,
imported. This is Australian water. Might get a little taste of
Yes.
Vegemite in there.
I hope it
Cheers.
hasn't got any
Cheers.
drop bear droppings.
There you go.
no, drop
know?
possum, Mum.
drop pasta.
Oh,
Oh, what'd you
pasta.
say? Drop
No, he
bears?
said Australia.
Oh, Australia, drop bear water. Yeah.
What?
Drop bear water.
What?
Is there really?
I know you've had to get used to different areas talk different. We say different things. What is some Southern sayings that were your favorite that you were like, what in the world are they talking about?
Is it something like splitting a frog hair 4 ways or something like that?
It's like splitting the frog hair 4 ways. Yes.
Oh, there are so many. I'm like bad at remembering these, but some of them I'm just like, what
What
was
does that even
English?
mean?
Yeah, and sometimes when people are just regularly talking, it's like I'm like a blank wall, and I'm like, I know that's English. I know that I'm like not deaf and I can hear them, but I have no idea
But I
what
don't
that was.
understand a word you
And
just
Mum
said.
normally looks at
I'm
me and
worse.
she's like, what?
I'm worse. They talk to me and I go,
Yeah.
Interpret
And
for
I'm
me.
like, interpret.
Yeah,
Looking at
interpret.
her and
Yeah.
she's looking at you like.
yeah, we're
And
going.
sometimes
Good
there's
luck.
that few seconds of awkwardness because it's like your brain is like
Trying to catch
trying
up.
to decipher it, and then it's like, oh yes,
But
we
people
love that.
Well,
Can't understand
Yeah,
us.
sometimes
don't
it's the
feel
reverse.
bad because I was born and reared here, lived here all my life. I do the same thing with some
Yeah.
people. They'll go, "Hey, Bill, you bitch, yeah, bitch." You go,
What?
They sound
what?
like they got a wad of tobacco in their
yeah,
mouth, and they
just-
don't.
or
you
they
know.
got an accent that's just
There's a
undecipherable.
guy in Wetumpka at this little coffee shop that used to be an old bank.
Oh,
And
amazing
Is that the
guy.
hot dog shop?
No,
Oh.
opposite that, diagonally opposite. And
Okay.
we probably had a 15-minute conversation with him, and I honestly couldn't tell you a word that he said. He spoke quiet and then was just like, "Ugh," and we were just like looking at each other like,
me
"What?"
out.
And every now and then I'm like,
Yeah, you just nod and go along. That's what we do too. If we can't
You would
understand
try to
somebody.
Yeah, and I was trying to do a little video of him, and I'm like, this is like
you couldn't
there's
hear
nothing.
him.
There's nothing.
Don't know
I
what
don't
he's
understand the
saying.
word. Yeah, it was.
That's
it was
funny.
Fun. Yeah, it was a good experience though.
Are you having to get used to like the kind of TV shows that we watch, the streaming stuff? Is it
I
different?
don't have TV. Like, I mean, I literally moved into it. I bought a brand new house, like it was like built.
Yeah.
And yeah, I didn't have a TV until, so I went in January and I didn't get a TV till September when my family came from Australia, and I was like, I probably should get one for 'em. Yeah. So everyone like comes into my house, they're either like, have you not unpacked or have you been robbed?
Have you been robbed?
Yeah, because I was sort of like, I don't
How
just
long
want
have
to
you been
buy
living
stuff.
here?
I know. So it's been a year. What's the date today? The 9th?
The 9th,
Okay,
yeah.
so a year today I moved into my house. And I don't just want to buy stuff for the sake of filling it. So I only get things that, you know, like I don't have a dining table yet. And my cupboards are half bare, but it's just
love
me.
it.
Like I don't
But you've
need a lot
got
of
your
stuff.
cat.
But I got my cat. My cat has everything. She's
See,
like,
I'm not
She's
much
got a
of a
whole
TV.
house full, does she?
I don't watch much TV either. I don't
but
need
yeah,
it.
no, at the moment we've been watching something on Netflix series. But yeah, we don't,
That's
I
funny.
guess we don't watch a
We
lot.
do a lot of jigsaws.
Yeah.
We do a lot of jigsaws.
That's fine.
That is
Yeah.
neat. Well, I think it's fascinating. What do you get a map out and just look at names or something, or do you strictly go by
It's
that?
mainly
that
the app
you're
that
talking
gives me
about?
the good ideas.
Yeah.
But
Have you found some going to a destination to check it out? Have you found things along the way that you just
Oh,
spot?
we
Oh, I
find
bet.
like I sort of work all over, sort of maybe like within an hour radius of my house. And I mean, we will drive down some little back alley and there'll be like a house that looked like from the Wizard of Oz house that's just
Right.
like half sunk into the ground, old brick chimney, and like just random things like that. You're like, this is amazing.
So you're seeing things. This is what.
A fresh eye.
Yeah, Therese kind of pointed out when you talked about the prayer hut, whatever they call it.
Yeah.
we don't see it because we've seen it all our lives. We just go by it and it becomes
Right.
invisible.
Exactly.
And you're seeing it with fresh eyes. And your fresh eyes are what turn our eyes fresh again.
Yeah.
Because I hadn't thought about that prayer, to whatever it's called. I've seen it for 30 years and just, that's unusual.
And
just
I
went on
don't
down
even
the road.
think that one was on the app. I think we were heading to the center of Alabama and just happened to drive past it, and we were like, what is that?
Yeah. Check
And
it
then
out.
it also had these like carved prayer hands out of a tree trunk, which was really
Yeah.
cool. So
I saw it had.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was open and it had some things sitting in it, but I don't know what it was.
Yeah, it was mainly just like a visitor's book and just little, I guess, Bibles and
It was-
things you could
yes,
take.
it was Bible.
Yeah, and just little.
And somebody
camps.
told me that through the 50s and 40s, 50s, it was also the bus stop for the kids that the kids could hide if it was raining or
Yeah.
whatever. They could
Well, I'll
stay
be-
because it's right by the road, and that made sense to me too. These rural kids that have to
Yeah.
ride the bus, they could go stay
That's
in there
brilliant.
while they get out of the.
Let's talk about the rain for a second.
Okay,
Okay, so I arrived here
which
in
by
the
the way
summer.
you're about
You're
to
about
get a
to get
lot
some.
of tonight.
Really?
Yes, it's supposed
Yeah.
to like flood warnings are out for the rest of the
okay.
afternoon and tomorrow morning.
Okay, so I get here in the summer and every day it rains.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, this is so weird. But then 3 minutes later,
It's-
someone would call me a liar if I said it just hammered down.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
like my car is perfectly dry and I'm driving now and I'm like,
Right.
does that just happen? And then you're driving along and one side, you look up the sky, one side is perfectly blue and the other side is like
Looks like
grey. And
the
it's
end
like
of the world.
bipolar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
That was the most surprising
weather,
thing.
you know, the line is if you don't like the weather in Alabama right now, wait 15 minutes
Yeah.
because it's going to change.
That's similar to Melbourne. We have that
very
same thing.
similar.
Like,
Yeah.
wait
Especially
10
at the
minutes.
beach. You could go to the beach, especially during the summertime.
Yeah.
And these black cloud rolling storms will roll through. 30 minutes later, the
rolling.
sun's back out. Everybody's back out at the beach, and it's dry because it's we have a lot of humidity here, even at the
Oh,
beach.
the humidity. So I used to tell everyone.
This is what I want to ask you about. You've been in Alabama now through a couple of summers.
Yeah.
What's the humidity like for you here?
Okay, so I literally told everyone I don't sweat. I could go to the gym and do a workout. I don't sweat. I got here and I'm like, what's wrong with me? And I literally was like, something's wrong with me. Like I'm just like sweating and don't feel great. I've got no energy. And everyone's like, girl, it's the humidity. And I was like, no, so I think I'm dying. Like something's wrong with me. And then I now have realised it's just the humidity.
It is.
Sucks the life
It
out of you.
sucks.
It does.
Like
That's why-
I've got no energy to do anything.
You know, they claim this is a historical thing. They claim that there's two reasons Southerners tend to be a little slower paced in life and talk slow. Two reasons: humidity and pinworms. You know, Southerners used to have pinworms a lot. You get them through your feet. They're usually in like dog poop and stuff. And back in the 1800s, of course, nobody wore shoes, you know, 1800s. And so a lot of Southerners had pinworms, and they don't kill you, but they sap you of energy because they're kind of like a tapeworm. They're getting all your... And they cured in the 20th century, they cured the pinworms.
This went down a path.
But that's what so go barefoot in Alabama a lot. And
Okay, so I've got this beautiful new grass, like new lawn, and it is luscious. I'm out there in the summer watering every day, like this thing is pristine. I mean, now it's just dormant. But there's fire ants everywhere.
Yes,
so I'm
ma'am.
walking barefoot like this beautiful
bless
grass.
your heart.
Ding, ding, ding.
You know what? You can thank Mexico for those. They used to not, when I was a kid, there were no fire ants.
Really? Terrific.
They were all in Mexico or south of the border, and in the 50s they started migrating.
How dare they?
And we did not have fire ants till I was
Dare they?
a pretty good teenager. And that's one of the reasons that we've some of our other animals are almost non-existent now, like quail. Fire ants, coyotes, and DDT wiped out our quail population. We used to
sad
have
thing is
so
they're
much
so
quail.
little.
We call them piss ants because
Oh.
they sting the piss out of you. Because
They
will,
really do.
They bite you and they leave like a little
Oh, it goes in like
They're
a
horrible.
bubbly
blister and a
little
bubbly little thing.
It's
But they all,
horrific.
that all came. That's like some of the other animals, the nutria and stuff who've come out of South America are now around here. It's fire ants were not in existence
They
in the
look
South.
like just a regular little sugar ant, like a normal ant we would have in Australia. But yeah, we have things called bull ants in Australia, which are similar
Bull
biting,
ants?
but
Bull
they're
ants.
massive.
They're big.
So
Yeah.
you would know
Very
them,
big.
you would see them, but these things are just little, like cute. Oh, a
Oh,
little
it's an
ant.
ant. And then suddenly you're on fire.
Yeah.
And boy,
Yeah.
the sad thing about them is, they're in big colonies, and you can be walking along and you don't know you're standing on a colony of them. And I think a lot of them will get on you, and then they give each other a signal because
Yeah.
you don't know you're not bit by one early.
No.
You're just happy, and suddenly you're on fire.
But it's like crawling up your leg, like it's biting your leg.
Right.
And it's not just that aches for 5 minutes, it's like days.
Dave,
I've like had to buy so many anti-itch sprays.
I
and
got
stuff.
another
It's
one.
crazy.
Have you experienced chiggers? Chiggers.
They're
Chiggers.
horrible.
Never heard
They
the
are
word.
horrible.
get 'em
They're
from
in
the
the South. They're
woods a
little,
lot.
almost microscopic. They're tiny. They're like mites. And the chiggers will get on you, and they tend to migrate where like the tops of your socks, where they're compressed. Your underwear, where the bands of your underwear is pressed, they get in there and they burrow under your skin,
Oh.
and they'll start itching and then burning and all, and you can't do anything much about them. The way we were always taught, if one erupted, you got one under your skin, you paint it with clear fingernail polish, and that'll suffocate it and stop it. But chiggers are a horrible thing,
Hope
and
I
they're
never
all over
see
the
one.
South
They're
and
in
the
the
So
woods a
everyone's
lot.
everyone's
And
got
high
nail polish
grass.
around the place.
Do what?
Everyone's got nail polish handy.
They should. And one time I couldn't find the clear, and people wondered why my legs had all this bright pink, paint on it. It was my sister's pink nail polish.
Sure,
and
it was his sister's.
I was looking for some.
Ah, Bill.
Okay, well maybe it was the weekend. And,
The dress looks so flattering
I
on
did
you.
look great in that sundress.
The
I gotta
shoes
admit,
made it.
I had the
high
legs.
heels.
I had the legs. Well, nowadays it's fine.
It's true.
I was, in your words, I had a weekend of being a Sheila. So do people ever want you to tell them, like, they want to call food Tucker and Sheila and all that stuff? They don't?
Not really.
Really?
I mean, I think most people only know Outback Steakhouse. That's probably the most that they've
That's true.
had
Which
in
is not
Australia.
even.
But we call them prawns.
Prawns,
So we
right.
don't even use the word shrimp. So
Shrimp on
that's
the bobby.
Yeah.
I didn't know what
That's
a prawn
irony.
was until Bill told me.
And the little shrimp we call shrimp, but that, shrimp means little. Like if you're a little shrimp, you're a little guy.
Right.
So we call the small prawns shrimp, and the big prawns that's prawns
Yeah,
for
we
us. So
call
that's-
them all prawns,
It's,
so.
yeah. So we just
Yeah.
kind of make the
I
little
kept
shrimp.
thinking, what's a
And the little
prawn? I
bitty
thought it
shrimp
was
are
a
cocktail shrimp.
biscuit or something.
Yeah.
I don't know what.
Cocktail shrimp,
A biscuit?
shrimp.
I thought prawn was a biscuit or
Oh,
something.
no, but we call your biscuits are our scones.
Scones.
And our biscuits are your cookies.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Digestives. Do y'all call them digestives
No,
like the
that's
British?
England.
That's
No,
British, yeah.
yeah.
But
No, we just call them biscuits.
Biscuits, yeah.
Yeah, and
That's
it can be like
a
a
Lorna
cracker
Doone is a
or a
biscuit.
sweet biscuit. We just call
Yeah.
both biscuits.
An Oreo would
okay.
be a biscuit.
Yeah.
A cream-filled biscuit.
And a
didn't
cracker
know
would be a
that.
biscuit. Yeah.
Is that right?
So yeah, there's
I
no.
love
Can I
that.
ask you about Oreos?
St-
I'm not wrapped in them. I'm sorry, but what's the...
It's the
secret
chocolate
with it.
wafer with the
Yeah,
cream in the
yeah,
middle. You dip
yeah.
it in milk.
Oh, you dip it in milk. We've never done
Oh,
the
we
milk.
haven't
Try
done the
dipping
milk.
it in
you
milk.
gotta dip
She
'em in.
leaves them have
Oh,
to do the milk.
gotta dip them in
Dip it in
milk.
some cold milk, and you will change your mind.
You will. It'll become a religion.
I guess it's like a Tim Tam Slam. You know those biscuits you
Yeah,
get?
kinda.
You bite off like the diagonal corners and then you suck it up through like a coffee or a
tea.
hot chocolate or
Mm-hmm.
something.
Oh.
And it's sort of like, I'm guessing it's like the Oreo sort of disintegrates a bit and then you slam it down.
It
And
gets
that
really.
right? Yeah.
Well, your milk will have crumblies in it.
Yeah,
when you
then the
dip it
milk
in
becomes
there.
Even better.
Yeah.
becomes
But-
cookie milk, and then
Yeah.
the cookie part of the Oreo, the chocolate biscuits, when you dip them, it soaks right in,
Yeah.
and then the whole texture changes, and the milk does knock some of the sweetness, some of the
We'll give it a
sugar
go.
out
Oh,
of it.
right.
I don't mind an Oreo, so I'm sure it'll be good
And the
to
milk's
know.
got to
They
be
have
cold.
different kinds. They have the golden ones. They have the mint ones. They have all.
Oh, I
different
love the,
kinds.
the
I
thin
love the
mints.
mints. Yeah,
with
thin
the-
mints.
They're so good.
I think I'm going to try all these different...
You like the thin
You-
mint.
Try
Now,
that.
do you
You'll
like
them.
southern some of the Southern food that's pretty unusual for the South. What about biscuits and gravy? That kind of
don't
stuff.
mind that.
Do you like that?
I don't actually think I've had it in Alabama. I maybe tried it in Washington.
It's
but
not
they
the
didn't
same.
have Southern food. No.
No, you need to do
No.
a Southern biscuit and gravy.
do.
Because we
Yeah.
put chunks of sausage in it.
Chunks
Yeah,
of
I
sau-
actually can't recall having that here.
Yeah,
So
you gotta
thank
try
you
that.
for the
Biscuits
tip.
and gravy. That's
Yeah.
Do you like grits?
You know, Mum had it for the first time the other day, and it was cheese grits,
Yeah,
and
I
she
did
liked
like
it.
that.
Oh, yeah, I like-
I'm
Yes.
like on the fence. Like I've had some ones that seem like instant, and no.
Yeah, no,
But
that's
then
aren't
I've
good.
had like something that just like tastes like almost cream corn or
You
something.
need
It's
to
delicious.
get shrimp and grits because they make the grits
Okay.
with more like a cream. They do it like a.
Ooh, Mum would love that.
I don't know what
Like
kind
a-
of it's a.
bechamel sauce or something like
I
a
don't know,
cream
and then
sauce.
they do like a roux, and it
so
is
good.
kind of got a little bit of a kick to it. I think and they put cheese in it. And it's delicious.
good
What about fried okra?
Had that. Not a huge fan, but I
Mm-hmm.
did have it the other day when Mum tried the grits, and I actually quite liked it. Like, but
The
I
more
could only
done
eat a
it
few
is, the better
pieces.
it is. To
I love
me.
grits. I can
Yeah.
eat. I mean, I
Fresh
love fried okra. I can eat it.
Yeah.
Sometimes my wife say, "What do you want for dinner?" I'd say okra, and that's all I eat is a bowl of fried okra. I love it.
You know what?
Weird.
We went last night to this place and we had hush puppies. We went to this 1856 schoolhouse that's been a restaurant for
Is that
what was it,
Red's
50
little?
something?
Red's little.
No, that I did go to that one as well, but it was Mossy Grove Schoolhouse
Schoolhouse.
in Troy.
Oh, I've
Okay,
gone
so
by
then
that.
I hadn't been
Was it
there.
good?
Oh,
Really
You are-
good.
As you arrive, they bring out some beans and hush puppies, a big plate, and then this little chutney, and it was just amazing.
And you just sit there and eat that while
And
you're.
then, yeah, we
that's like
had-
an appetizer.
Exactly, and we had catfish, shrimp, and chicken with sweet potato fries with this brown butter sauce. Oh,
Did you almost die?
You know what?
died.
Pleasure.
I am so hungry right now.
Yeah.
I know.
Well,
Y'all
it's
kill me.
9:03.
Ooh, we're
We
running
are-
late.
We're done for today for Friday on Morning Mayhem. Y'all can go eat breakfast at one
Yeah,
of our
are you
favorite
coming?
breakfast places.
Oh
So,
yeah, you'll
yeah.
love this. If you talk about a little hole in the wall, beautiful.
Okay,
little-
we're
we're
intrigued.
looking forward to it
Amanda
very much.
and Mum, thank you so much for being on. I have
Oh,
totally
it was
enjoyed
we call you
this.
Mom. What's
We'll
your
call
name?
you Mom.
Linda.
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 I
And
just called her
I get
Mum
called
'cause-
Mama Linda.
Mama Linda.
Mama Linda.
Mama
That's what
Linda.
everyone
I
knows her
love
as,
that.
yeah.
Well, it's been an honor to have you on with us.
Oh, we've
It's
loved
been
it.
an honor to be
Safe
on.
travels. Enjoy your lives, and we thank you for sharing this time with us because it has enriched our lives to get in with you guys. Thank
And we
you.
appreciate it. We've never been on radio before, so this was a brand new experience for both of us.
Awesome.
Well,
we appreciate it.
we
Yeah,
hope it
thank
was a
you
good
so
one.
much.
It
Yeah,
was.
Very good.
Y'all can check out Amanda and her mum on Good Day in the USA. Find
Good
her on
Day
TikTok.
from the USA.
Oh, I'm sorry.
To-
Good Day from the USA. I'm
Good Day
sorry.
from
Good
the
Day
USA.
from the USA. And find her on TikTok and on Facebook. And she's got a lot of followers. So
By the way, in Australia,
cool stuff.
if you have a crush on somebody, you know what I mean by that. Do y'all have a word for that other than a crush?
Sure we do, but I can't think
Can't
of it
think
off the
of
top
it
of my
right
head.
off. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, see, Andy over there's got a crush on you.
he said he
Oh.
That's the only reason he's here today.
Yeah.
He's not even supposed to be here today. He came
He
just
said-
to. She's got.
did.
He's
He said,
I'll
I have a
to
crush
check him
on
out
her.
first. Yes.
I've got my card. I'm great. Thanks. No offense.
I love it.
I love it. I'm good with my
Thank you,
cat.
guys. Y'all.
Oh my
Thanks.
God.
Be safe.
Thank you.
Thank y'all.
It's
Hope
been
you
a
all have
pleasure.
a great weekend. Enjoy the rest of your Friday. Be safe and weather aware. And we will see you on Monday. Thanks for watching and listening to Morning Mayhem here on Piper Peach Radio. Teresa and Dollar Bill, Amanda, and Linda.
Best
signing
radio
off.
station in the South, guys.